Boom.
Good afternoon.
What is up, man?
Good afternoon and a Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Good afternoon and a very Merry Christmas to you and everybody in the live chat, which is probably we got people in live chat seeing. Yeah. Welcome.
Welcome to you, sir. So, well, it's been an eventful Christmas for me.
It's been a shit Christmas for me, dog. It's been an absolute garbage Christmas for me, dog.
I've been ill and
it's been a garbage Christmas for everybody. It's nuts.
PCR tests and all sorts. I still haven't had the results of that, and so yeah, I think
it's been a garbage Christmas for you. It's been a garbage Christmas for me. It's been a garbage Christmas for Milesy because he has the stupid COVID. I hope Charlie Boy's making the best of it. Like, flipping hell, man. He probably had a better Christmas than all of us. I ain't playing with you. But like, it's been a funny. I don't know. It's been a funny Christmas this year, man.
Yeah, it's not been great for many people, mate. Listen, Hammerette's in the house. Happy Hammerette's in the house. She's not had a great Christmas herself. Bless her.
That's what I'm saying,
welcome and thank you for joining us, babe. Pete Chapman's in the house. He's saying afternoon to Hammerette. And greetings to all. Nice to see you in the house, Pete. So, we're none of us have had a great Christmas, you know. I think it's been pretty lousy all round. I think mostly the kids have had good Christmases, you know. I would hope anyway. I would hope that many families have been able to provide a decent Christmas for their children at least, you know.
Yeah, because that's really who it's for, isn't it, Budgie?
Yeah, that's exactly who it's for, you know. I mean, my kids, they're grown up now, you know, and they all understand that, you know, Christmas isn't really a time for expensive gifts and stuff like that, really, you know. But it is time to, you know, to bestow gifts upon the younger generations, you know. And they understand that. I kind of believe that myself, you know. I very rarely buy an adult a present. I bought my daughter a pair of guinea pigs, actually.
That's all right.
They're both males, you know, but she called them Ronnie and Reggie.
She should have called them Eric and Ernie.
Yeah, right. I like that. Yeah, no, she called them Ronnie and Reggie because at the time when I agreed to buy them for her, I was actually watching Legend with Tom, whatever his blinking name is, Tom Hardy. You know, the story about the Cray twins with Tom Hardy in it. I was watching that at the time. And I said, yeah, I'll get them. I said, what are you getting, 2 males or 2 females? Because she doesn't want them to breed.
I like that. Yeah.
I said, well, you know, I said, I'd suggest calling them, you know, what was it I said? I can't remember what names it was.
Before Ronnie and Reggie, before the Cray twins.
Yeah, but and then she said, no, I'll call them Ronnie and Reggie.
No, that's class.
Are you coming back?
Class.
That's class. Yeah, so she was the one that decided on their names. And it was good because there was a scene where he was talking to himself, basically, wasn't he? But Ronnie was talking to Reggie, and she said, "Oh, what about Ronnie and Reggie?" I said, "Listen, it's a bit of a cliche because people have dogs, you know, 2 stats or whatever, and they call them Ronnie and Reggie and that." And she said, yeah, I know, but this is guinea pigs, Dad. She goes, no, I'm going to call them Ronnie and Reggie. I'll tell you what, they're like little demons, the pair of them. I'm not surprised she's called them that. They're living up to their names.
Right, they're going at one another.
They don't like being in lockup, mate. I'll tell you that much.
Neither did Ronnie or Reggie.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? And my son, he's quite happy to wait until the new year, and then I'm going to take him to a good friend of mine who's going to do a tattoo for him on his shoulder.
Oh, nice one. That's quality.
Yeah, so, I mean, he'll be 19 in January, so for his birthday, I'll get him like a decent tattoo. You know, I'll spend a couple of £100 on it or something. You know, so
yeah. Now, what's he getting a tattoo of?
He wants a lion on his shoulder.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, I said to him, why a lion, son? He said, well, a lion shows strength always. And I went,
there you go.
Good choice.
He should get 3 of them.
Good choice.
He should get 3 of them, though, man. He should get three lions.
Oh, he may do. But yeah, even though he's my son, right?
Yeah.
He's not super into football. He does he follows Chelsea because his mum did, or his mum does, his sister does, my brother does, but both of my brothers do, and my sister does. So he was kind of like, he followed into the Chelsea. I mean, I've got photographs of him in a West Ham shirt, you know.
Yeah.
And he still loves them pictures to this day, you know. But I've also got pictures of him a couple of years in between where he's got Chelsea shirts on, you know. So, you know, I've always said, you know, my house is an open house, you know. And, you know, my 2 adopted daughters were both Newcastle fans.
Yeah.
Because their dad is a Newcastle fan. He's a Geordie.
Is he a Geordie?
Yeah, he's a Geordie. Yeah, he lives up there right now. Up somewhere near Biker, you know, somewhere near there. Walker, I think it is. He lives. Walker. All right. So, but and they both live up there again now. You know, even though the eldest one's name's Leanne, the younger one's name is Chelsea, and neither me nor a real dad or anyone else like may have had any influence on that, other than, well, actually, it was my ex's father. He's a staunch Chelsea fan as well. So, yeah, I was surrounded by him. But hey, you know, I'll try and wear my colours whenever I can.
Hello, yes. I got the blue on. Don't got the crown, but I got the badge too. So I got the badge and the blue. I'm good.
Yeah. This is pure silk, bro. This one.
Yeah.
I've had this for about 11 years though.
There you go.
This was a replacement for one that got destroyed in a fight. Anyway,
we won't go there. We won't go on.
We won't go there. Gary J's in the house. Hello, Gary. Nice to see you here, mate. Have I missed anybody? Because I haven't really been keeping.
No, it's Gary J, Happy Hammerette, and Peter Chapman.
Right. So there's only 3 people commenting, but there's 5 people viewing. Come on, guys.
I know. And there's probably like 1 like. I bet you there's 1 like.
Anyway, listen, we actually have got a name for this particular broadcast.
I know.
We are calling it David Moyes' 5-point plan. Now, there's a little report that broke earlier today.
Yeah.
And it popped up while I was chatting on Discord, and it popped up as a Google notification. So I clicked on it, and then I popped it into our WhatsApp group, which you then had a look at.
Yeah.
And we like the idea of it. We like the idea of this 5-point plan. Let me try and hang on. Let me just do my eyes a favour. There we go. Right. So we like the idea of this 5-point plan. Now, what this 5-point plan entails is, what they say is, this is 5 things that David Moyes should, could, and is very, very capable of doing in this January window. Now, bear with us, because this isn't our beliefs. This is a report that we've read.
Yeah, because I got my own beliefs that I want to put in there as well as yourself. So
of course, yeah. So first of all, we'll go through all the 5 points of the plan as it came to us, and then we're going to discuss it, break it down 1 point at each time. Okay. So the 5 points are: number 1, sign a striker.
Yep.
Number 2, sign a centre back. Number 3, sign Jesse Lingard specifically.
Yep.
Number 4, sign a left back.
Yep.
And number 5, now this is where the surprise comes: sell Yarmolenko, Fredericks, and Randolph.
Yes.
Now, they are 3 players that I probably would think are high on the list of quite a lot of people out there.
Yeah, but there's certain players that aren't, and that surprised me.
Now, I wouldn't have put Fredericks in amongst that because I thought he's been doing really well in the appearances that he's made. Unfortunately, yes, he is injured again, which will lower his price. So are we going to sell a player of that quality at a knockdown price because he's injured at the moment? Shit, no, we shouldn't. Anyway, let's discuss that point first, as we have already started, or I have already started.
Let's go.
Let's go. Point number 5 then: sell Yarmolenko, Fredericks, and Randolph. I think we're all fairly agreed that Yarmolenko needs to go.
Yep.
If there's anybody that's in the chat right now,
this is so chat worthy. This is so chat worthy.
If there's anybody that's in the chat right now that has an opinion on this, on any one of the 3 players that I've just mentioned, please let us know. And also, let us know if there's anybody else that you would add to that list if you were to take any of them out. But try and keep it to 3. And that just helps us to simplify the chat a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Peach and I will probably just give our little opinion on the 3 players, and then we'll come to the chat. So, Yarmolenko, I think he should go.
Me too.
I think he's grown to be a lazy player. He's too expensive for what he does, and he's actually fast becoming a Dimitri Payet type liability. I'm not saying he's got that attitude. I'm saying he's that kind of liability.
Yeah.
Anything to add to that? Take away from that, Peach?
Lazy. Couldn't give a shit. Doesn't give 100%. He gives about 20 or 30. He's happy with getting paid to be on the bench. There's no passion. When he goes to play for his country, you see the passion. When he's playing for West Ham, it's like, yeah, okay, thank you for the next paycheck. That's it.
Oh, man, hang on. Duke's in the house.
Yes, Duke is in the house.
I never noticed. I do apologise, sir. Sorry.
Budgie, Forge from Iron are doing a show at 8 p.m. I think your time, and I might be lucky enough to get on that and have a word with Mr. Duke and Mr. Gatesy.
Okay, Gary, Budgie, say that again, please. Refresh. I've said a couple of things, mate. So I'd say anything again I've said because I believe in everything I've just said.
Yep.
Duke says Yama and Masuaku need to go. I'm not so sold on Masuaku going yet. I think keep him until the summer.
I agree with that.
I think keep him until the summer. He's not the best of defenders. He didn't do a bad job yesterday.
I saw some nice passes the other day.
He didn't do a great job in defence. Yeah. But he didn't do a bad job in defence either. I felt he had a mediocre game in defence. Otherwise, I felt he was okay. And I think that the more he gets played, the more comfortable he'll be in the position that Moyes needs him to play in, which is basically in front of Creswell. That's 100%. Where he needs to be playing. Let him do that for a bit, Duke. You know what I mean? I understand that Masuaku is an accident. He is an accident waiting for somewhere to happen. All right. But, I got a funny feeling that once he gets Creswell up his chuff, pushing him forward more.
You see him
I
make
think you're going
proper
to see a
decisions.
very different.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a very different King of the Jungle, mate. Trust me. Trust me.
And you know what? I was impressed. I was impressed with some of his passes yesterday. There was one pass specifically. It was in the latter stages of the match, and I think it was to Fornals. And it was just like a quick, like, just diagonal kind of pass to Fornals or Ben Rama, one of the two. Well, it had to be Ben Rama because Fornals. No, yeah, because no, it didn't have to be. It could have been Fornals and no, it had to have been Ben Rama and somebody else, maybe Lanzini, because they went off at halftime, didn't they? Antonio Lanzini came on, and then Fornals and who else went off? Fornals and who was it, man?
What, who went off?
Who went off at halftime? Because this was like a second half pass that Masuaku made, and it was
when
brilliant.
Lanzini and
Antonio came on.
Vlasic.
Fornals and who else came off?
Vlasic.
That's it. And I don't think he should have come off. I thought he was.
No, I thought he was the best player of the half.
Thank you.
Well, you know, it's one of those things, though, isn't it? You know, we're not the manager. We don't know what we're doing in as much as he does, but you know, we are beginning to question his motive for certain things, and
as well as tactics, man.
So you know, at half time he felt something weren't right and he needed to change it up. He did that. Fair play to him. The two players he brought on were the right call. The two players he took off, one of them was the right call in Fornals. I'm sorry, he had a poor half. And you know, even though we all love the old Spanish Cockney, you know, he just wasn't firing on all fucking 6 cylinders, mate.
Who would you brought off then? Who would you have brought off?
I would have brought on. Who would I have brought off instead of Vlasic? Yeah. Instead of Vlasic, Ben Rama.
Yeah, me too. 100%. I know it's capable of magic at the top of the
Ben Rama was.
It wasn't working out for him yesterday.
I thought Ben Rama was treading water. Anyway, listen, let's get on to this 5-point plan a bit more.
Yeah.
So, right, Hammerette is saying yes to all of those. Fredericks, it's a shame he's injured. It's a shame, but he's injured more than he's fit. So he's got to go, in her opinion. Yarmo definitely too slow for the Premiership. Randolph just isn't needed. I would sell Massa too, to be honest. Okay. Everybody's got their opinion, you know.
I love it.
Oh, Gary, the chap. Well, I think we've covered that. That we're asking you: would you sell Yarmolenko, Fredericks, and Randolph? And if not, who would you not sell? And who would you sell instead of that person? Try and keep it to 3. Although Happy Amret, because she's a spanner, has got 4 in there, and we're going to allow that. That's only 1 extra point, though. Duke saying and Fredericks. Yeah, I get it. I just love Fredericks' speed and his vision when he's fit.
I agree with you, man.
He's got some moves on him.
I agree with that.
Man. Listen. What my dream pairing across the midfield 3, sorry, not the midfield 3, but the attacking midfield 3, if you like, behind this forward striker. What I would love to see, and this is in all honesty, I would love to see Masuaku out on the left. I would love to see Fredericks out on the right, Lingard in the middle. That's what I would. That would be my dream attacking 3 right at this minute in time, because, like, you know, if all 3 are fit and all 3 are, you know, they've got, like, as I said, you know, they'd have Creswell behind them. They would have who would they have out on the right? Soufal or even Johnson. You know, you let's say we've got Zuma back and we've got Issa Diop or Craig Dawson. In the long term, we'll have Oggy back. You know, and then you've got Rice and Soufal
on the right,
or Ashby on the right. You've got Longello that can come up on the left sometimes. You know, I mean, the future's bright.
It is.
So You know, I think those three players, out of those three, I would take Fredericks off of that list. And I think perhaps I would add to that list probably, I would probably add, and I'm being brutally honest now, I would probably add Connor Coventry to it as a permanent deal.
Yeah, I like that.
Because Connor Coventry, we're not using him and he's good enough to sell. Yep. He's good enough to loan out. Why don't we sell him? You know, we're still paying half his wages and all these development costs and travel and accommodation costs and, you know, his food every week and so on and so forth, and wages and whatever. You know, it's costing us all that money for a decent player that we're never going to use. We're going to use him in pre-season build-up just to see who we can frigging loan him to. It's not fair on the boy. It's not fair on the boy. Connor Coventry deserves better. You know? I mean, we did this a little bit with another really good favourite player of mine, Stuart Slater. I felt we held him back. We held him back. He was so good. I mean, Scotty Parker used to love playing with him. Scotty Parker said he was one of the best midfield partners he ever had.
Budgie, I think we held Zaretti back, to tell you the truth. Like, if you want to go them ways there, I think we held Zaretti back then.
Yeah, Mario Zaretti.
Oh, first time I saw him, I was like, who's this boy?
Yeah, mate, he was electric. He was electric.
Yes.
So, working up the list, you know, from 5 up to 4 now, sign a left back.
Oh, no, hold on. The 5, though. So you got Yarma, you got Randolph, you got, who else is up in the mix? Matawaku I wouldn't sell, so we're keeping him. Who else?
Fredericks is on that list of 3.
I know, I'd keep Fredericks.
Yeah.
And
who would you replace him with then?
No, I'd keep Fredericks, I said. I'm saying I'd keep Fredericks.
Yeah. I'd keep Fredericks. So who would you put on that list of 3?
Oh, I got you. Okay. On the list of 3, it would be Randolph, Yarmolenko, and you know what? Oh, do I say it or do I not? Oh, what do I do? It's weird because I think Lanzini's coming back from injury, and I know it's been a while, but that's a long injury to get over. And I know Lanzini has just as much in his locker, if not more, than Benrahma. So I might cash in on Benrahma, dog. Honestly, I might cash in on Benrahma.
You know, I was almost tempted to put him there instead of Connor Coventry.
Right.
You know, but here, get this. Put this as an option to that scenario, then.
Yeah.
Okay, so we agree that Randolph and Yarmolenko go. Okay.
Yes.
Now, Happy Amaret on the screen, she's put, but will we replace all of those plus add more players though? Well, this is the thing.
Yeah.
We do have to. And that's what the other 4 points are in this 5-point plan. Sign a striker, sign a centre back, sign Jay Lings, and sign a left back. They're the other 4 points. But to answer that directly with selling those guys and me putting this twist in the tail, okay, now I'm probably going to get crucified for saying this.
Go on.
But do we sell Yarmolenko and Fredericks and Declan Rice?
No!
Imagine what we bring in. Imagine what we bring in with the 120 million we raised for Declan.
Okay.
Just imagine what we bring in.
Let me ask you this then.
And Mbappe's through the door for 70 million. We're all calling for a striker. And Mbappe will walk through the door for 70 million. I'm just throwing, devil's advocate out there, you know. I really don't want to sell Declan Rice.
And then who was it?
A businessman
might. Who's the other two?
What, selling? Yarmolenko and Randolph. Yarmolenko and Randolph.
No, if you're looking for money, dog, if you're looking for money, you sell Rice, you sell Ben Rama, and you sell. But no, I'm just saying, if I'll play the same game as you. If you want to sell players to get money, dog, I'd sell, okay, let's say Rice, let's say Ben Rama, and let's say Vlasic because he hasn't proved anything as of yet. So sell him while he still has a bit of value before he like how the other players did, like Yarmolenko did, like Masuaku kind of did. Like Masuaku's still higher than Fredericks, than whatchamacallit. Masuaku's still higher than Yarmolenko, but I'm saying while the iron's hot, sell Vlasic, sell Ben Rama, sell Rice. Like that's where you get your money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just saying. And then we could buy flipping Messi, and Messi.
Sorry, I just want to come to these two comments I've just
Please do. Hold on 1 second.
Where's he going now? Wow. Okay, so Vlasic shouldn't have been sub first, says Happy Amaret. What? You've left your shopping everywhere. You left your shopping everywhere.
I forgot it was back there. I forgot. And you know what's funny?
You're moving for a better signal.
I got 3 bags. So it's like one is Rice, one is Ben Rama, and the other is Vlasic. Let's sell him.
So Happy Amaret saying that Vlasic shouldn't have been sub first. He was showing such determination.
Agreed.
And also Gary J says, I have no idea what sense it made to sub off Vlasic.
Yeah.
Did he maybe take a knock? No, he didn't. He didn't take a knock. There was a point where he didn't look very happy, and that was because somebody tried to take a chunk out of him, and the referee let it go. And although there was no actual contact, so really and truly there shouldn't have been like a foul given as such, but there was intent, which is also a punishable offence. And I think that's what annoyed Vlasic, that he didn't blow for the intent. I think that's all it was. That's all it was. I wouldn't have taken 4 nails off this Happy.
I agree.
Hamaret's spanner equals favourite treatment. Shiny's in the house.
Yeah,
Shiny G, how are you, buddy? Peach, how are you doing, mate? He asks. And he says hi, Budgie and Mods. Yes. Keeping him is another read, though. Yeah, I agree. Yep. Yeah, actually, Duke, that's not a bad shout either, is it, really, mate? I can imagine what kind of abuse I'm going to get in a minute now. Now I've said that. Because I've just seen the next comment, which is blasphemy. So Duke was asking, sell Lanzini, Happy? And that, obviously, she's not happy. She's saying it's blasphemy.
No, he's taking the piss.
Shiny's saying that, is it Cardiff? No. Yeah, Cardiff, isn't it?
Who's that?
Shiny.
Shiny's Cardiff. Shiny's Cardiff.
Yeah. He's saying that look, Cardiff would offer to buy Lanzini.
Lanzini would be brilliant in the championship. He'd be flipping magic.
You know what? I got a funny feeling that we're sitting on a potential explosive career change in Lanzini. You know what I mean? Like, I got a funny feeling that if we keep him, that he'll either just plod on and get a little bit better and better as he does, a little bit more into the games and so on and so forth, and then he'll show his bit of brilliance and this and that, And we'll keep him for another year or so, and then we'll sell him at a cut price.
Yep.
And then he'll go to another team, and he'll be a 15-goal season man or something.
Can I give you my verdict on that? I think.
Yeah, go for it.
I think you can have your Lanzini that plods on, getting better and better each game. Injuries going, he's ready to take off more, not worrying about the ruptured Achilles or whatever. I think that we get a player in of the ilk of Jonathan David. I think you're going to see a more explosive Lanzini and a player that's on the same wavelength as him. Because you get more players that are on the same wavelength as Lanzini, that's when Lanzini's going to be in his element.
Yeah.
And I see him having like a rocket boost of a change in his career, like the Lanzini of old.
Yeah, I mean, arguably, I think a lot of people would say Lanzini's best period at West Ham was probably during the time that we also had Payet. Yes.
Yep. And but then Arnautovic, because Arnautovic is on the same wavelength too, and even when those two kind of diddled and daddled,
but I mean, that's what I mean. He started showing his promise while Payet was with us, and then obviously because Arnautovic was there doing what he does, Lanzini stepped up to that mark also.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he was playing with Sebastian Haller.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry.
Lazy, not ready to commit to an attack like that. He wanted the ball spoon-fed to him, really. Let's be honest, that's what he wanted.
I know. And he's getting that now where he is. But that wasn't...
But what I'm saying is that we weren't seeing a good Lanzini. And also 100%. That did also correspond with his injury as well. When he came back from his injury, he was slower and, but, obviously the timing of his injury and everything else, sort of corresponded with the players he was playing with as well. And I got a feeling that, that as we're seeing now, the closer players are to each other, the better they perform.
Yeah.
You look at the famous.
And Haller was not that. He was out on his top. He was out on his top. Haller was, man. And we're not like that. You got to be.
And he weren't ready to come and chase for the ball either. He didn't do what Antonio does. He didn't do what Bowen does. He didn't do what what Lanzini does. He just didn't perform in the manner befitting Lanzini's style of play. And that's why I think we saw a dip in Lanzini's play, because he wasn't playing with a striker that understood his movement.
No, you're right. And
obviously there was a dip in form because of his accident, etc., etc.
Yes.
I'm not stupid. I don't dismiss that. But what I'm saying is that all of that together, if we were to get Jonathan David, I think you're right. I think Lanzini would be a monster again.
Oh yeah, and then if you put Alvarez in the mix, like Alvarez would be on the same level as him just because of where he comes from. Like they play that type of football. They grew up playing that type of football. Like you'd have two Argentines ready to rock and run all day long. Like that's what makes it so easy for me to say I'd have David and Alvarez as the two strikers I get in. I know they're not Premier League proven and but I'd get them in.
But then there is an option. There is an option. Okay. Yep. Now, obviously, Divock Origi's been mentioned, but it's also been said that he won't come to us in January.
Yeah.
Okay. Hadden McClosek's been mentioned.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still floating out there, and we just don't know about that. I mean, I've mentioned Josh King, you've mentioned Jamie Vardy as all potential targets. But there's another target that's become visible today.
And this is this is a Moyes player. When you think about it,
well,
this is a Moyes player.
A player that according to Hammer's News,
yes,
is a player that David Moyes is now tracking.
And he suits David Moyes down to the bone with being like that midfield genius, but also being able to do it up front. Like,
yeah.
And he has tricks up his sleeve.
And the great thing is he's got Premiership experience.
And David Moyes has managed him before, any. David Moyes has managed him before.
Twice.
Yes.
At Manchester United and also at Sunderland.
Yes.
At Manchester United. He gave him his debut at Manchester United.
Yep.
And at Sunderland. Now, just in case we've already forgot before we forget to mention the guy's name, we are now talking about Adnan Januzaj.
Yes.
Now, this is a name that's broken that apparently David Moyes is interested in. And also, according to the source, which is Hammer's News, Barcelona are also tracking his movements.
Yep.
So we're in good company.
Yep.
Whether Barcelona are the Barcelona of 3 years ago or not is completely irrelevant. We are talking about
Barcelona.
A huge club with huge buying power and huge pull and a massive worldwide fan base. We are talking about probably one of the top 5 clubs in the world, maybe. I don't know for sure. But
they're one of the top 5 richest clubs.
They're up there.
Sure.
Yeah, they're up there. For sure. But so Januzaj made his debut for United in 2013 with David Moyes. And then in 2016, while Moyes was managing Sunderland, he brought Januzaj in on a season-long loan. And I don't know exactly what his goal ratio and assist ratio was. I didn't really get that deep into it because, we are getting very, very close to the window now. And if this is the kind of player he's looking at, transfer market, I think, are valuing him at somewhere around £25 million, which is a reasonable number, considering, as I said, he's got La Liga, Syria, I think, experience, Premiership experience.
Yeah.
So the guy has got, he's got cup finals and, league wins to his credit. Whether he's actually played in it all or not, he's been part of the squads, to his credit. So, this guy is, a fountain of experience that we can pull off. This season, though, in 25 appearances, he's only scored 2 goals and 2 assists. And only one of them goals has been in the league, and the second goal and the assists, both assists, were in the cup. So, but he's actually a decent prospect. He was, I believe, in competition for Jesse Lingard for a starting place in the United lineup when they were both in their youth, when they were both younger, I should say. I think they were both fairly equally matched and so on and so forth. So could he be possibly the alternative to Jesse Lingard?
Yes.
So that begs the question, what about Jesse Lingard?
Imagine if we get both of them flipping.
That's also another option. That's also another possibility. In which case, I know which one I would prefer to put further forward than the other, and that would be the younger alternative. Jesse Lingard for me.
Jesse Lingard for you?
Yeah.
See, for me, it would be the younger alternative. For me, it would be Januzaj. Straight up. Because I think it's a comfortable decision, and it's a familiar decision to pick Lingard. But let's say Januzaj comes in, does the same thing, but even more so. You know what I mean? It's going into the world of the unknown. It's
The
like
thing
we
is,
know
though,
what Lingard can offer because he's been there, done that, and did that.
yeah,
We don't know what Januzaj can offer. He could come in and be a flipping rocket, and
he could, but the thing,
but are we going on what we're comfortable with? Are we dwelling into like he who dares wins? Like if it's the he who dares
we
wins,
are actually we are actually talking about David Moyes here. Now, David Moyes is looking at Januzaj by according to the report that we've read. We know for sure that he's definitely interested in signing Jesse Lingard on a permanent deal. We know that for sure. I mean, he's voiced that himself a few times, although he has also said that it's not right for him to talk about a player that plays for another club. You know, so he's been discreet about it, but he has let us know, oh yeah, that's the man I want, but I'm not prepared to say that out loud. You know, that's basically what we've had. You know, I think if he gets Jesse Lingard and he still pursues Januzaj, then I got a feeling we're looking at Jesse Lingard becoming that false number 9 that we've been looking for.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, let's be honest, he can play it.
No doubt. No doubt, man. No doubt.
He can pick the ball up from outside his own box and still play that 9 role.
No, you're right. You're right, man. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. So that the 5 points of the 5-point plan, what have you, of us like selling. That was the first.
That was to
it was
sign
the
a
fifth when we
striker.
put it the first. That was the fifth when we put it the first. What one do you want to knock next off the list, Budgie?
Well, we've done the selling of the 3 main players, the 3 players that were named. We've done signing the strikers. We've done number 5 and number 1. So we might as well do number 4 next, right?
Love it.
Which is signing a left back.
Yep. Aki for me. I want some Aki and saltfish, dog. I want some Aki and saltfish. Honestly, I think. Yes, please come through. Yes, please.
Yeah, because number 2 is signing a centre back. All right, I'm going to combine the 2 now. I'm going to combine those 2 together.
Go on, my son.
Because Nathan Ake is a bloody decent left back. Yes. Bloody decent. He's also a bloody decent centre back. So there's a player that you could sign one player of and have him as a utility for both roles. Now I'm not saying that ties down both of them roles, although it can. I'm saying what it does is it gives David Moyes a lot more scope with the other signing.
Yes.
If he's going to get
a bit of focus. Yes, Budgie, a bit of focus. Like rather than trying to get 2 positions in one player, focus. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So, you know, if that's the case, Nathan Ake is a great centre back and he's a great left back. So make him a priority. And then, you know, if we don't get him, then obviously you're going to have to go for 2 equally good players in their own position. You know, like for a left back, I would love to see Lucas Digne.
Oh, come on. Now you're being naughty. Now you're being flipping naughty to dotty dog. Now you're being naughty, man. Like he is fire.
Do you know why I'd like to see him come? Yeah, he is fire. That's a really good reason he's fire. I'll tell you what else I like about him.
Yep.
His eye is never, ever far away from the ball, no matter where he is on the pitch. Right?
Yep.
He'll always, always, always look ahead at where the game's going. He's one of these players that he's like Declan Rice in that respect.
Yes.
Like Declan Rice in that respect. Declan Rice, he's like a chess player. He's 2 moves ahead of the next man.
So is Lanzini.
And Lucas Dean is like that. Well, yeah, but Lucas Dean is like that as well.
And you know the other thing. You know the other thing. That French connection is getting bigger. Zuma, Areola, Matsuaku, Dingini, or however you say his name. Like Dina. Oh my days. Like yes, please. Yeah. All day long. All day long.
Here's another name that came up. He plays for Norwich.
Yeah.
And he has got experience in the Premiership. He's he's about 26, 27, but a decent left back. And he's a name that you'll know.
Go on.
Sam Byron.
No.
I agree.
Oh, good.
It was just a name that came up.
Sam Byron. I was like, what?
No. It was just a name that came up in something that I was reading. That was all.
Oh no, thank you.
The two other left backs that did come up. That I liked. I loved the look of one of them, and the other one, he's equally as exciting.
Go on, Budgie.
The first one, Rico Henry.
Agreed.
That guy has got a fire in his belly. I love.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, and he has metal about him too, man.
Yes, mate. He's strong as an ox.
Yeah.
Fast as greyhound, and double handy. And the other guy that came up was Matt Aarons.
Oh, yes, please. For hold on. Norwich? Who is it?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Norwich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is a bad man. Yes. 100%.
But the thing is, that's why I think Sam Byron's name came up, because they both play at Norwich, and I think it was the kind of left backs that West Ham could be looking for are the likes of Matt Aarons or Sam Byron from Norwich, and I thought Sam Byron, we've already had him at our club. I don't think we're going backwards. I think, the only time we're going backwards is if Di Canio puts his boots back on.
Yeah, that's it. Di Canio, Joe Cole,
So but Rico Henry, he's been showing his mettle, and he in the Premiership.
Not many. Not many.
Brentford are struggling a little bit now that the honeymoon period's worn off a bit.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sorry to see that, but in another way, I'm kind of relieved to see it in a way, because first and foremost, I'm a claret and blue,
Yeah.
And if and when they do go back to the Championship, I want to rape them for a couple of their players. Simple
Why
as
not?
that.
Why not? Why not?
Ivan Toney and Rico Henry and Mbemo. Them three will do.
Please.
And if you can spare him, can we have the goalkeeper as well?
Yeah. The goalkeeper's fire. Tony, we should have had Tony this summer.
Yeah.
Honestly, we should have had Tony this summer. But
and
you know who was saying that? Like me. There was two of us saying that. James Fatboy Fee from E20 Zone TV, he was saying that, and I was saying that. Bring Tony in, and it just went like under the radar, and like even that essay guy who wasn't really shown up, but like I think if he was on David Moyes, he would have shown up. But sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it kind of went under the radar, Pete, for a very good reason, mate.
Go on.
Brentford were in the Premiership and hitting levels that nobody expected, and he was integral to their play. Yeah. So they're not about to go and let him go anywhere. All the time, that man's performing the way he was. All right, he wasn't scoring goals, but Geezer, he was setting up the plays that scored the goals and things like that.
You're right.
You know, he was holding up the ball and then setting someone else off on a run. And, you know, listen, they weren't about to get sold. That's why that went under the radar. And that's why, you know, that kind of talk within the West Ham ranks was quickly shut down. You know, I mean, I don't know if it was it Psycho?
Stuart Pearce.
Was it him that said, under no circumstances are we looking at any Brentford players?
I don't know.
Was it him that said?
Yeah, two things on sports, Talk Sport that he said two things. I think it might have been on them things there. Yeah.
I think it was something along, and I'm fairly sure it was.
Yeah.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly sure that I heard him say something along the lines of, it's really refreshing to see a club like Brentford coming up into the Premiership. Which is one of the reasons why we're not, we're not in any way, shape, or form interested in any of their players. I think it was something along those lines.
But let them stay there 2-3 years, and then we'll rape them for all their players.
Mate, you just give them Premiership experience, and then we'll have them. Thank you very much, guys. Oh, by the way, do you want Ben Rama back? Now, go on, look, we'll give you Ben Rama for Tony and
Rico Henry.
Yeah.
Done and dusted.
Oh, go on, and we'll throw a little Frederickson to sweeten up the deal.
Sweeten it up just a little bit.
Oh, what, you need a goalkeeper as well? All right, okay, look, you can have Darren Randall. You can have him for $500,000.
I love it.
But then also,
you want a Yarmolenko on the free? There you go.
Yeah, there you go. We've got to sign a centre back though as well. Now,
who would you go for though? Would you go like
right? See, this is my dilemma.
Blazing, or would you go half-ass on it? Would you go all guns blazing or half-ass on it?
This is my dilemma, right?
One.
Okay, we have 4 centre backs that we love.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
2 of them are injured at this current moment in time, but they will be back.
Yep.
My dilemma is this: do we go and spend another 20-25 million on a decent defender?
Yep.
And then we've got a surplus of decent defenders, and then they're not all getting game time. Or do we go out and find the best possible centre back that's available on a loan deal?
Best loan. Because when Zuma and Ogbonna come back, I know Ogbonna's in his twilight years, but when Zuma and Ogbonna come back, they're going to want their positions, like you just said, if we sign like a 2025, whatever one. But if we get one on loan, he falls in love with the culture of the club and he performs well. We see potential in that player. We can then offer him a permanent deal.
Contract.
So it would be loan
to replace the likes of Ogbonna if he chooses to retire.
Yes.
We've just given him a year's extension to his contract.
Beautiful.
Which is lovely. Well, it's been offered to him. I don't know if he's accepted. I believe he has, but I could be wrong there. I don't know if that's been finalised. But Ogbonna is going to be back. So you agree with me then, huh? Because I think 100. That's the best option. I mean, like, for example, do we go and spend, what is it they want for Tarkowski?
Around 20-25. Well, around 20, I think. It went down, didn't it? Like, it was supposed to be 15.
What's he? 27, 28 million? Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. 27, 28 million?
It's in and around there. Yep.
Yeah. Nathaniel Phillips, from Liverpool. They're going to want 20, 25 for him.
I know, but the most I paid for Nathaniel Phillips is like 17, and that's being nice. That's being nice.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay, well, so let's call it 17 to 20 then.
Yeah.
Okay. So any one of them players is in excess of 17 million, right? Plus their wages.
Yep.
Okay. Plus any agents' fees, etc., etc.
Yeah. Right. I get you.
So now we go to someone like
Bertrand.
Hang on. Hold on.
I know, I'm getting excited.
Hold on. We go to someone like Juventus or
Yeah.
or AC Milan, and we go,
Yeah.
who's your best up and coming centre back?
Ooh.
And they go, oh, we got this young lad here from Turkey. His name's whatever it is.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
here's a couple of
Gobbler.
videos of him playing. Come and watch
Yeah.
him play. Blah 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 blah. Right, okay. Can we have him on loan for a season? Yeah, okay. Right, we'll give you like what, 5 million loan deal. Yeah, but we'll only pay half of his wages.
Lovely.
Right, so there's like 9 million covered for the year's deal. Right,
Yeah.
I'm guessing, which is half of what it's going to cost us to buy a centre back. And then we've got an up and coming young centre back who's rated by one of the top clubs in Europe. We've got him on loan, with maybe with an option or even with an obligation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know exactly.
You know, with an obligation, with a certain amount of game time, etc., etc. You know, that's the kind of deal I'd like us to go and try and get.
Yeah,
Right?
that's sweet.
Have
That's
you
a
got all
sweet
your
deal,
shopping?
man.
Have you got all your
What's
shopping?
that? No, I left
Have
it.
you got
I left it there. I left it there. I left it there as a Christmas present. Of course, I got my shopping. Yo. Ding, ding.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, you carried. Oh, right. Okay, got you. Got you.
There
Got
you
you.
go.
All right. Yeah, so I just didn't want you leaving it behind. You know, Mum needs her rice, man.
No, we got. What did we get? Chips. It was a weird shopping list today. Chips and grapes. So we got fruit and we got chips. I'm having the chips. I'm gonna be cheeky with the chips.
Are we talking about chips as in fried potatoes, or are we talking about chips as in crisps?
Of course. What are they? The McCain's.
Do you know what, Peach? We have been
Chick
completely ignoring the chat, man.
Was that?
I think we need to talk to some of the people in the chat, man. We haven't spoken to him in ages, man. I'm gonna just I'm gonna pick a comment and start there, guys. Sorry. We do love you. We love your patience with us as well. Shiny said, if we got to play the market with money generated from sales, we would have had a lot of dough to play with at the last transfer window. I suppose that is true, Shiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we sold Rice, we would be giving up on our Champions League dream. That's a very valid point, Happy Amaret. And as I said, I am not in favour of selling Declan Rice. I was just being devil's advocate and sort of stating that with that kind of money, what kind of players could we get? You know, I mean, we got Kroll sitting there ready to go, and we've got Thomas Tuchek there, and we've got the likes of Forson coming up from youth ranks and stuff that all play in that role. We've got Lanzini that could play that role. We've got Fornells that could play that role. I'm not saying we should sell Rice, or just basically being devil's advocate. So please don't shoot the messenger, man. He wouldn't come to us, Budgie. What? You're talking about blinking out. What did I say? Oh, the French lad, the French guy. What was his name?
Oh, Dini.
No. The French that plays at PSG.
Oh, Mbappe.
Mbappe. Yeah. No, you're probably right, Hammerhead. He probably wouldn't come to us, but if we were in Champions League places, it might be a different story. It may be a different story if we were in Champions League. But we're all strong in the Europa League this year. And if we do draw Barcelona, and we do have a good chance of beating them, because they've been beaten many times this season, so by lesser clubs than us, by the way. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, who's to say he wouldn't come? You're probably right, though. You're probably right. 100 to the ball, 20 for transfers budget. Mate, listen, that's probably right. But I think you'll find David Moyes has probably come to some kind of agreement with the board that transfer funds generated from sales, I would think a large percentage of that has to go back into the transfer kitty, because sales are only made so that you can improve the squad. You can't improve the squad by paying the board. You improve the squad by investing in it. So there has to be some kind of clause there, Shiny. And I think that your estimate would probably be a rather large one. I think it may be somewhere more in the region of like 70-30 split in favour of the transfer fund. I would hope anyway. Maybe I'm just looking at it through claret and blue tinted glasses. Gary J says, the only thing is to sell Rice, you'd be letting go probably one of the best defensive midfielders in Europe and our captain. And I know what you mean, though, Budgie. Yeah, mate, as I said, I'm not in favour of it. I just believe that, if in an ideal world, if it was stated that we are selling Declan Rice for, let's use 120 as the example, we are selling Declan Rice for 120 million, but we have also agreed to buy, and I'll use Mbappe just as an example, a rather optimistic one, but an example. We've agreed to buy Mbappe for 75 million, and we've agreed to buy Lingard for 9 million, and we've agreed to buy Jonathan David for, what was it, 13 million, was it, Peach?
Yeah, it was around more so like around 17 to 20, I'm thinking, man.
Oh, 7. All right, well, let's use 20 then.
Right.
That's 95 plus 9, that's 104, and well, I'd be happy with that. I'm just using those as the examples, but I would be very happy with that. As a turnaround for selling Declan Rice. I'm not going to be happy with selling Declan Rice, but if that was to happen, and those 3 players that I mentioned, just as an example, were to come in, I think that's a fair deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's just devil's advocate. So there you go, guys. There you go. Selling Declan and not signing a replacement because there was no one would definitely be something that Moyes would do.
Well, yeah, we've done that before, haven't we? Yeah, we've done that before, man.
Happy Amaret says spot on, Eric. Outlined in right. Okay, happy. Right. So now I believe that the report that we read, Peach and I have both read, which was on Hammer's News, which you can access through News Now, or just Google it. They state that there is a 5-point plan that set out to improve the squad in the January window. And now I don't recall whether it was actually they didn't say that it was David Moyes' quoted plan. What they said was David Moyes' 5-point plan that would improve the squad in the January window. I believe that was the wording, or something along those lines. So maybe this is just something that maybe even they've pointed that they've come up with themselves. But I liked the look of it. I read through it a bit briefly. I read some of the pointers in it. I didn't have time to read the whole thing. Maybe I should have done, but I think it was more of an opinion rather than actual in the know knowledge.
Yeah, like a statement. Yeah.
So point one, sign a striker. I mean, we all know that that's a fact. We need to do that. And Jonathan David is one of the options open to us. There are others. Adnan Yazanai.
Yes, please.
He is, for me, a tasty prospect.
Oh, 100%.
Even as a replacement or as an alternative to Jay Lings, which was point number 3. Jay Lings was point number 3 to sign him. And for me, I've actually highlighted on my bit of paper here that for me, signing Jesse Lingard is, my opinion, the number one priority this window.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only a £9 million investment.
I know.
9 to 11 million pounds, whatever it is. I think for me, that's his number one priority. He needs to nail that down on the 1st of January. Yeah. So, but if he fails to do that, if he fails to get Jesse Lingard, and if Jesse does go to Newcastle or abroad, as been rumoured, then I think Adnan Yazanai is the best option that we've mentioned today as an alternative to Jesse Lingard. I've watched Januzaj play it a number of times in a number of games, Champions League games and stuff, group stage games and stuff. I've been quite impressed with him before.
Januzaj will have something to prove coming back into the Premier League. You know what I mean? Like, he will have something to prove. Where Jesse Lingard, he had something to prove. Now he's kind of he's going to try to recreate what he already did with us. That's why I like the option of Januzaj even more, because he's not going to try to recreate something.
Let me ask you a question.
He's going to try to go off from the jump. Go on. Yes, please.
Let me ask you a question.
Yep.
We mentioned about a centre back, and we both kind of said that we would like to see him go for a decent, maybe even a big name centre back on loan, right?
Yep.
Would you happy if he announced on the 2nd of January, 3rd January or something, that David Luiz is coming on loan?
Who's that? Who was the player?
David Luiz.
No, don't want him. Don't want him anywhere near the club. Honest.
I don't either. I don't either. It's just that I saw something on YouTube earlier, and they were saying about David Luiz being on the move again or something.
Yeah, no, thank you.
We've never been linked with him either, so I don't really want us to be. I'm not suggesting that we are linked with him. This is just me asking a hypothetical question. So please don't hang me for that one.
No. I wouldn't even put him in my worst nightmares. I'd put who would I put if we want a center half who's gonna do the business? I don't know. There's like that. You know what? I'm gonna go back to you, man. Rico Henry. Honest.
Yeah. It's realistic.
Honest. Like if I could have Ake on the left with Rico Henry like in the middle, I'd be happy. I would be happy with Januzaj in the middle, kind of up front. I'd be happy, and then sell realistically sell whatchamacallit, Yarmolenko, sell Randolph, and if you want to go for the big one, sell Ben Rama and Vlasic, and let's get some money in realistically, like without going as far as like the Rice extreme. I'd go there to get some good money in.
Couldn't we then be happy with, say, maybe a deal like Fredericks to Brentford, Henry to West Ham?
I'd take that. I take that. Yeah, I take that. I take that.
All right, okay, there would be some cash exchanging hands, but which way would that go, do you think?
It would go in our favor, if that's what you're asking.
What, you mean we would get cash from Brentford?
Yeah. It would go in our favor. Yep.
What, Rico Henry and cash?
Oh, no.
Frederick?
Sorry. No, because Rico Henry has a brighter future than Frederick. Sorry, Wally World, but he does. So I'd say it would probably be Fredericks and 5 or 10 million, and Rico Henry. That would be even Stevens to me. I think. What about you, Budgie?
So I think that the two players swap teams, and West Ham give Brentford 10 mil.
Yep.
And I think they give Yarmolenko to him on loan for a season.
Yes, why not? Why not, man? Why not? Because he's not doing nothing.
A free loan for the season.
Yeah.
We'll pay half of his wages. You pay the other half, but you can have him on a free loan for the season. Because he might be something special for them, mightn't he?
Yeah, he probably will.
And look, he'd get game time now, and then imagine, like Jesse Lingard did when he came to us.
Yep.
We'd be salivating at the end of that loan deal, going, "Come on, kiss him back. Come on, hurry up." Do you know what I mean?
You make a very good point there. You make a very good point there.
Or Vlasic. I mean, we're not using Vlasic as much as he deserves. Give and to the end of the season, Vlasic to Brentford on loan. Or, no, I think Yarmolenko's a better option because I think he wants to start using Vlasic a bit more now. He showed, a bit of promise yesterday. So,
no, I hear where your mind's at, and your mind is at right now. Like, let's get a player on loan that's going to go somewhere and do something for them, so they do a Lingard for the club, and then when it's time to come back to West Ham, these clubs or this club that the player's been at are like, oh, we want this player for this much, and now we can call the shots. So we've just upped his price. And if there's two players that we need to do, if there's three players we need to do that to, that's Yarmolenko, Fredericks, and Masuaku. Because they could go, those three players could go to any club and almost find a different light in themselves. And that might be a better way of looking at it than getting rid of them in January.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, Bucky. That's a really good point.
Yeah, Gary J makes a point saying that we should have coughed up the money for Tammy Abraham. Totally. And I agree with that. I actually agree with that. And my brother, as we all know, is a Chelsea fan, and even stated on that Tales of the Unaccepted, he said we missed the boat with Tammy Abraham. And I agree with that. I agree with that statement wholeheartedly.
See, I don't, because I think Tammy Abraham's overrated.
You seen what he's doing out in Italy?
I know, but that's Italy. Vlasic should be doing the same thing in Italy, if not more. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like you got to slow. It was on Dave's show today. On Dave's show today, they were saying, who was it? They were saying there was a player in Italy doing great who played for West Ham. I forget who it was. Who were they saying? And he's doing great, and he's in Italy. And they said, yeah, Vlasic would be somebody good in Italy. And it's like, it was Daya, James Fever, and West Ham Online. And they were talking about, like, yo, like Vlasic is somebody that could play in Italy and do well. So it doesn't surprise me that Abraham's doing well. Like, the English Premier League is the English Premier League, best league in the world. You're playing for West Ham week in, week out. I don't think Abraham cuts the
He
mustard.
didn't do so bad at Chelsea either, mate.
I don't think he cuts the mustard. Honestly, I don't. Big up Frankie Boy. Frankie Boy's in the building. I just seen you, dog. Big up yourself. Hope your brother had a blessed up
Okay.
Christmas, man. Big yourself up, man. And I hope you and your family did too. But yeah, no. Yo, the boy there, Abraham, he don't cut it for me, dog. I take Ivan Toney over Abraham any day of the week. And that would be for like a cut price. Honest to goodness and gracious to me, man. It's like Abraham's no. Italian league, no. Like you know, and this is what Daya and West Ham Online and James Fever were saying. It's like I know we compare European players to like, oh well, they played in the Champions League, so they'll be good for an English Premier League club. But this is an English Premier League club. It's not like Champions League. You get like here there. English Premier League club, week in and week out, you're playing against the best, you're playing against the fittest, you're playing against the most physical, and you're playing against the most fastest. That's not Champions League. That's the English Premier League. Like, yo, Vlasic should do brilliant in
Let me
Italy.
ask you a question, Pete.
Shit for us, man. And Abraham's he is doing brilliant in Italy. So he wouldn't do nothing for us, dog. No way. No way.
Yeah, it's a question.
Please.
Excuse me, 1 second. Sorry. So Areola, he's on loan.
Yeah.
When is the loan deal renewable or
end of season?
End of season.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's fine. So I was just preparing myself for my response to this question or this statement. Epic saying Fabianski plus cash for Johnston.
It's thinkable, isn't it? Like you think about it, like I am right now.
Yeah, I that's why I kind of brought it up because I saw it and I thought,
If we hold on to Areola, yes. If we don't hold on to Areola, no.
Hence the question about the loan.
Yeah. So the loans to the end of the season. So if we renew
that's really mouthwatering as it happens. Epic. Listen, I'm not anti Fabianski by any stretch. I love the guy. I admire what he's done at our club. I admire the fact that he has been immense for us in many games. Okay. He is also, prone to one or two mistakes, as we know. But name me a goalkeeper that isn't, and I bet you can't.
See, Budgie, just before you go on, like in the same sentence, and this is what is so beautiful about Fabianski. In the same sentence, you can say that he is prone to one or two mistakes, but he has saved more penalties in the Premier League since like 2000 and like 16, 15, something like. So it's right. It's like, oh, he's magic. So we're not
undoubtedly.
We're not like no Fabianski at all.
Undoubtedly up there in the top three goalkeepers we've ever had.
Yeah,
isn't he?
Yeah.
Definitely up there in the top three. I think it's personal preference to who the other two would be, but I got a feeling that 99% of people would put Fabianski in the top three. Surely,
it would be Fabianski, Parks, and see the third one's I don't got the third one yet, but it would be Fabianski and Parks for sure, and then the third one it'll come to me.
You see, for me, it would definitely be Phil Parks. Obviously, he would be there definitely. For me, Shaka Hislop.
You know what? That's a good shout. That is a good shout.
I used to love him. I used to call him Zebedee. I don't know if anybody else ever did, but I used to call him Zebedee. You remember Zebedee, the character from that magic roundabout, little body on a spring. That's what he reminded me of when he was having a penalty. When there was a penalty against him, he was like Zebedee. His top half moved, but his bottom half stayed exactly in the middle. It was brilliant. I loved the way he did that. And then when he did move, he always moved the right way somehow. Well, not always, but my lasting memory of him, against defending a penalty, is that he generally moved the right way.
Yeah,
generally. But yeah, Shaka Hislop for me. Loved him. So Fabianski plus Casper Johnson. Is that such a tempting thing, knowing that we've got 6 months left on a loan deal that we don't know whether we're going to make permanent or whether he's going to have too high a wage demand for us to accept or whatever?
No, we got to knock those wages down because that's a Yarmolenko situation waiting to happen, but he's such a better player than Yarmolenko.
Do we have, in that case, then, do we have then the backup to sell our number one goalkeeper?
Areola, but
with Areola we do, but that's an uncertain future at the moment.
Are you talking about Martin and Randolph? No, we don't. We've got
the under-23s goalkeeper, but is he good enough to step up to? No, the other lad.
The other guy, Yang or something. Yang. I know.
Yeah. Is he good enough to step up to the Premiership? I don't believe he is yet. He's very good, and he's got the under-23s at the top of PL2. He's got them to the top. Well, not he alone, obviously, but he's assisted in getting the under-23s to the top of PL2. Is he good enough for the Premiership? I don't think he is yet. But, because is he really facing people like, let's just pick some names out of the hat. Gabriel Jesus or Sterling or Grealish. That's just three from City. Then you've got, Son and, and Alexander Arnold and Salah and... Anyway, let's not go there. I don't think he's ready for them kind of players yet.
You know what? You know how you said about like he's got the under-23s firing what they are. Not only him, but Shaw, Baptiste, Elise, Angelo.
But that's what I'm saying. He's part of the team. But obviously he's playing his role. Yeah. Obviously he's playing his part in that. I'd love to see what his clean sheets are and what his saves per game is and stuff like that. I'm probably going to have a little look at that. But even so, the lad's an under-23. I don't even think he's even hit 21 yet. And he's performing brilliantly because he's not getting replaced in that under-23 PL2 side. Nathan Trott's out on loan.
No, I know that. Yeah. Well, I know I wasn't sure.
But if Nathan Trott,
I heard two things, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, if Nathan Trott's not good enough to be playing for West Ham, or is he too good that he has to be put out on loan? I don't know which way that works. Do you know what I mean? But if he's not playing within the West Ham ranks, then we could never bring him in to back up the first team. Never.
No, I hear that. Yo, what are the people in the comments saying, Budgie? What are the people in the comments saying?
Yeah.
Let's get to them comments. Oh, shit.
Hammerette saying she hates the long bedding in period Moyes undertakes for players. I want results and I want them now. Okay. Hashtag not spoiled, she says. Frankie says Tammy scored goals in the Premiership when he got the minutes. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed, mate. Frankie, do you think we missed a trick with him? Would you like to see him come?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Epic saying that Vlasic would do great in the Premier under a different manager. Moyes doesn't know what to do with him and Ben Rama.
Interesting. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. I do not disagree with that.
Hammerette saying that Tammy's had 6 goals and 3 assists in 18 games already this season. More than what he achieved in the Premiership, to be fair. Yeah. He's getting the games now, though, Happy, isn't he? You know, he's getting the games. Fabs would be awesome in the Championship after us, but he wants to retire. Yeah. Yeah, you know, that is the point. He does want to retire.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'd let him stay with us as long as he wants to stay with us and then retire. Because I believe that even if he's not playing, if he's on the bench or if he's in the dressing room, everybody benefits. Trust me, that man is a decent fella. Have you ever heard him chat on TV or anything?
Who? Fabianski?
Yeah. He's one decent fella.
No, he is.
I thought that was somebody at my door. He's a decent fella, and I would imagine that he's good egg in the changing room, you know.
Absolutely.
Tammy Abraham had 15 goals in 34 games in the Premiership, 19 to 20 season. So that's 15 goals. That's 15 goals he supplied to his team in the Premiership. So that's just Premiership goals, I'm assuming. So that ain't bad going.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know what it is. He just don't do it for me, man. I don't know what it is. He just doesn't. Like Nikki from West Ham Fan TV said the same thing as you. Abraham would be a mouth-watering prospect. You're saying the same thing, and there's many other people saying the same thing. You know, when like you either like a player or you don't. I don't know for what reason or not. He's not in my team. I don't know why, but he's just not.
Yeah. Shiny saying signing Areola would show serious club ambition. It depends on how low PSG are willing to go with the transfer fee. I don't think that's the stumbling block, Shiny. My understanding of it is, and I've got to be honest, my understanding of it is from my very poor recollection of what I've heard other people saying on similar chats, you know, like West Ham Network and Force from Iron and other guys. That my understanding of it is that we could probably get him for as little as like 30 million. But it's his wages. He's on 140 grand a week. That is 40 grand a week more. 30 grand a week more than Yarmolenko.
Mm-hmm. No, we need to like hammer that down straight up. Pardon the
We
pun.
do. I believe that it's I mean, at the moment, we're not paying that. We're paying a large portion of it. I believe it's 50%. So I think the stumbling block isn't the actual price of the player. So I think they're willing to go to about 30 million for him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. He was saying that Tammy weren't really on pitch last year. Couldn't get on pitch last year. Ariana loan deal was a 12 million option to buy. 12 million option to buy.
I'll take that any day of the week. It's just the wages, man.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
yeah.
Wow. 12 million is chicken feed for a player. I mean, people were talking about him being valued at 30, which is why I suggested 30 just a minute ago. And I think that's low for him, 30 million. And if we can get him for 12, all we need to do is get his wages nearer to 100. and I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with paying him 100K a week.
Yep.
Because I think that he's worth that. He's shown that. He ain't got very many mistakes in him, has he, Peach?
No, he doesn't.
Who do you remind you of?
He does not.
Another goalkeeper that was very much like that in his early days. Didn't have very many mistakes in him.
Who was that, man?
Peter Schmeichel.
And that's like one of the best. You're talking legendary status there, man. Oh my days.
Listen, Pete,
wow.
For me, Areola is sort of kind of showing me the same kind of promise that Peter Schmeichel did when he was a young player. You know, when he first came to United, you know, he was used a bit here and a bit there at first, and you know, when he was used, he kind of impressed and he covered his box well and stuff like that. I love the fact that Areola does that, covers his box well.
Oh, he does. He does.
I mean, he commands that 6-yard box like no other keeper we've had in a long time.
Yeah, very well.
But when it comes to the 18-yard box, he shares that responsibility very, very well with his back four.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah.
So I would love to see a permanent deal for that bloke. I really would.
Yeah,
I believe he's got the potential to be as good and as important to the Premiership as Peter Schmeichel was.
That's a big statement. I love it.
Well, that's just my own personal belief. And, you know, like I've said many times before, I don't just look at a player on the ball. And that includes goalkeepers, you know.
Yeah.
I like to see how a goalkeeper commands his box when, you know, when the ball's 20 yards out in a dead ball situation or in a corner. I watch goalkeepers. Mate, you know, Areola's good at what he does. Very, very good at what he does.
I love that.
Hammerette says every club above us have informed forwards. It's not rocket science. Last year we did well because we had goals from all over the pitch. This year we aren't so lucky. Yeah, no, we're not so lucky, but we are missing Lingard, and he's 9 goals and 6 assists.
Mm-hmm.
We are missing that this season so far. Frankie says
it would be good. It would be good. Sorry for the to disrupt the comment, but it would be nice to see Lingard back. But imagine if we got Januzaj and Lingard back together. I think that would be phenomenal. Anyways, go back with the comments. I just wanted to put that in there.
Yeah. Frankie's saying I think that we passed on Abraham because Chelsea wanted too much money for him. Yeah, that is probably the case.
Yeah,
but do you think, Frankie? I mean, because you actually seem to have some knowledge on him, I'm asking you, but do you think that we should have gone to the 40 or 38 million or whatever it was they asked for? Do you think we should have gone to that price for him? I'm interested in Frankie's opinion because, as I said, he seems to be kind of a fan of him, like I am.
Yeah,
I'm a bit of a fan of his, you know.
Yep. I respect that.
Yeah, Gary says if Klopp is to be believed, I think we missed it with Origi too. Yeah, agreed, and I agree with that sentiment. I think Divock Origi is the type of square peg that goes into round holes type of player.
Yeah,
you know.
I put Tony in the same conversation. I think we missed out on him.
Yes, exactly that, and so is Antonio. Antonio is as well. Look, he ain't the most graceful ballerina on the pitch, is he? Let's be fair.
No, not at all. He's a bull in the time
shop. If you wanted to liken him to an actual land-based animal, you would have to call him a rhinoceros.
Yeah, he's a rhinoceros with a bit of bull mixed into him, with a hippopotamus mixed into him, man. Trust me.
Well, you know,
with giraffe legs.
The guy, yeah. Well, mate, he's like a rhino that can leap like a gazelle, mate.
You're
honestly,
right. You're right.
Honestly, but the guy, he's incredibly strong and everything else, you know. But like I said, he's not graceful or anything like that. But he's one of them square peg, round hole players.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely.
He just kind of fits. He shouldn't, but he does.
No, I know.
Kind of fits.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Frankie says he wanted Origi as well.
Yeah, he would have been good. He would have suited us down to the bone. It would have been like a bit of Carroll with a bit more.
Yeah. There we go. Hammerette's just given me some of the information I asked for. She said she knows that this isn't 100% set in stone, but on Transfermarkt, Tammy's price has dropped to 32 million when Chelsea asked 40 million from us.
Still too much. Dropped it
by, I'm tending to think that 38 to 40 would have been perfect for us.
No, drop it down to 22 and then I'll be interested. Like flea market prices, Budgie. Flea market prices. Give us Abraham's on
is that
flea
looking through claret
prices.
Is that looking through claret and blue tinted glasses, or is that looking at him as a player?
No, that's looking on some like deal or no deal glasses, dog. 22 million, take it or leave it, 100%. That's what I'm looking at.
I'll go for box number 7.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Gosh.
Oh, come on.
I love Vlasic, but I'm so disappointed they gave him the 11 shirt. That really put a downer on me, thinking that Lingard was going to occupy it this year. But you know, there's other numbers available.
I want to see Lingard come back and take a shirt with number 99 on the back. That would just blow it out.
Do you know what number? Do you know what number I think he'll take?
I'd love to see him take 99, Doc. Nobody has that.
I think it's available. I think it's available as well.
What's that?
I'm not sure. Somebody might be out of 14.
I will. I know all the squad. Go on. Who?
14.
Somebody has it. No. No, I don't think anybody has it. No, somebody has it. No. 14.
Wasn't that his squad number at Man United?
Yeah, it was. And then it went to 7. It went from 14 to 7. I don't think anybody has the.
And then they took 7 off of him because they brought in
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
No, 14 was, I think, was quite a long one. That was after Ronaldo. He was 14.
No. Originally it was 14, I think, and then he went to 11, or was it just 11 with us? But I thought he was 11 at United too. But he was at 14.
No, he was 11 in the England squad when he played for England.
That's it. The England squad. I'm getting it mixed up. But then Ronaldo came in just like recently, and doesn't Ronaldo hold the 7 shirt now?
No, he's not. Oh yes, it's 7, isn't it? Yeah, because he's CR7, isn't it?
Yeah,
CR7. That's his brand, isn't it? So
yeah,
I think that's one of the clauses. But it weren't him that had it before that, anyway. Weren't Jesse Lingard that had 7 before that? It was.
Who was it?
What's his name?
Fernandez.
Fernandez. No, the.
Think about it, Budgie. Come on.
Come on, Budgie. Begins. Carvalho. No, not Carvalho. What's his name?
Cavani.
Cavani. Hasn't he got? Didn't he have the 7 shirt?
I'd say Alves has the 14 shirt. She thinks she's not sure.
Alves.
Like me.
Oh, we're talking about Alves, our under 14, under 23 player. Yeah. Well, are we talking about the under 5s? No, we shouldn't talk about the under 5s on the West Ham channel. Are we talking about Alves, our youth?
Hold on. I'm putting the link in to try to get flipping Mr. Legend on. We'll see if he joins us, man. Hold on. But no, yeah, Alves. I'd love to see Lingard get the 99 shirt. No player in the Premier League dons that. Like, I just love to see it because, like, that's a Canadian legend, like Wayne Gretzky, 99. Nobody dons it in the Premier League. I love, no, you know what? Jonathan David. Jonathan David would be the number 99 shirt for West Ham because, like, he's like kind of Canadian. You know what I mean? So, like, he's kind of Canadian like me. So it's like, I'd love to see him don that.
You know, when we were talking earlier on, you were talking about the 99 shirt, and again now. And it reminds me of the conversation we had before about Usain Bolt.
Yes.
And I made a mistake, didn't I? I said that he had 9.9 or something on his shirt. It was 9.65 or whatever it is.
I know, that was amazing.
9.92 or whatever it was. Yeah, but anyway, had the number he had on his shirt.
I love that.
When he was playing for that UNICEF Soccer Aid.
Yeah. And he had the point on it and everything, like 9.90.
9.9, 03 or whatever it was. Whatever the time was. Yeah, and he had that on his shirt. It was great. And he had his name across the top, Bolt. You know, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. But he actually played in Germany for a while with the 9 shirt on.
I know.
Playing for, was it Dusseldorf or somewhere like that? He was playing, wasn't he? So, no, Hanover or somewhere, I think it was. Anyway, yeah, he kind of played in the German league, the Bundesliga 2, I think it was.
No, I remember.
Season or so.
You know what? Like seeing these comments come up, like Fredericks and Alves, like what's happening with Alves? Like what's happening with that Cardosa guy we got? Like what's happening with Cardosa? What's happening with Alves? Like I'm hearing more about like Alisi and Baptiste than I am Alves and Cardosa. Like and like I mind blown.
Hang on, I'm sorry, I was listening, but I was also reading Charlie's comment.
What is
great. I said that Antonio's built like a rhino and he jumped like a gazelle.
What are you saying?
Yeah. So Shiny's saying he's built like a gazelle and jumps like a rhino.
Oh my goodness.
Epic saying that he can have Yarmo's number. Agreed, mate. Let him have the number 7. He earned it.
And he's an accident like Frosty the Snowman, dog. Straight up.
Yeah, mate. Afternoon, Luke. Good afternoon, sir. I don't know. Have you put that link in the chat yet?
Yeah, I put it in. I put it in for Luke. So I hope he comes through.
Frederick Alves has the 14 shirt. Does that mean that he's like that is his assigned shirt if and when he comes into the first team squad?
No, because the shirt numbers are different in the first in the first team and the under 23s, dog.
That's exactly what I mean. I mean, you know, I've seen Sonny Perkins wearing the 9 shirt many times.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you know,
100%.
Now there's a boy I'd like to see wearing it in the first team and all. You know, no, but Sonny Perkins' squad number, if I'm correct, 59.
Yep. You're
59.
right.
59. Because I think they try and give the strikers a number with the 9 on the end of it, don't they? When they bring them up into the first team squad, they try and put a number at the end, trying to correspond to where they position themselves on the pitch. They try to anyway. You know, that's always been the way anyway.
No, it has been the way. If it's like 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever, always been the way, man.
Yeah.
I just, you know what, I like to see, I know I'm going on about Jonathan David having the number 99, which would be brilliant, but I love to just like, you're 1 to 11 and done. Like, play the number that your position is in and finish. Like, honest.
Yeah.
But they all want to get these like different numbers now. Sorry, go on, Budgie.
Yeah, no, I actually wanted to pop a little name into your mind. Just I did earlier, but we kind of brushed past it. James Tarkowski.
I still have a bad taste in my mouth. I understand the reason for why he wants to come to us now, because as I said before, it's like you're a man looking for a job, you're going to want the highest paid job. If you're going to want, the highest paid job. If you're putting in the performances, you do deserve the highest paid job. So I see where he's coming from. And I do know why we look a bit more lucrative to him now, given the circumstances that we are playing like a top 10 side. Like, I know people want to say top 6, top 4, whatever. We're playing like a top 10 side. And yeah, I understand his switch of his switch of mind, wanting to come to us now. But I still got a bad flavor. I still got a bad taste in my mouth, a bad flavor. But if he could put it down, yeah, you got to take pride out of the equation and like just fucking let the man do his job and see what he can do for us. But I wouldn't pay over the hilt for him.
I'd rather go for Tyrone Mings myself.
No, okay, so now when you say that, now you're putting me back into my reality. So would I, 100%. So would I. There's also other center halves.
So much more a Moyes type player. So much more a Moyes type player.
Agreed. But then, like, you could put people like Rudiger in the mix. And I know Rudiger's like out of our price range, but like,
oh mate, yeah, he's definitely out of our price range.
I know, but I want somebody like 70 that.
For him.
I know, but I want somebody like that, dog. And is Tyrone Mings similar to Rudiger? Yes. Is he half the price or more? Yes. So Mings would aggressive on the ball. Would be my first choice.
Is he as aggressive?
Good call. Pardon me? Yeah.
Is he as aggressive as Rudiger? Do you think?
Oh, hell
what I mean by aggressive, I don't mean fighting. I don't mean fighting aggressive. I mean,
and he's commanding. And it's Mings all day long. Mings all day long. Mings all day long. Cool. Trust
Just want to go through a couple more comments, mate. Luke is saying, sorry, lads, he's totally ruined.
I got to go take a wee. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, this was a message for you, really, but I don't know.
Hold on. I'll take the message before I go. Wee. Hold on. What's up? Let's go.
Luke is saying he's totally ruined. He was up until 6 watching the cricket. He can't come on.
Who's? Oh, I know. I saw that. Luke. Big up, Luke. Understand. Okay. Understand. Right, big yourself.
Cool. So Happy, go on. You carry on now, mate. I've got this covered. Happy says, I'm surprised that Rice didn't request the number 41 shirt for England, to be fair. Yeah, but then that would have looked pretty strange when the other players don't go anywhere near over. There's only 23 in the squad or something, isn't it? The 41 shirt would have looked a little bit odd, I think. I don't think they would have granted him it. He might have requested it, but I don't think they would have granted him it. I agree, Peach. We weren't good enough then. Makes it a bit of pill to swallow that he wants to come to us now. I agree, and I do agree with Peach, even though I couldn't get a word in edgeways then. But yes, I agree. But Tarkowski is the kind of player that would help strengthen up our defence. Trouble is with Tarkowski, is a player that we would have to buy. And I don't believe that we should buy a centre-back. I believe that we should go and loan the best centre-back available for us on loan, wherever that may be in the world. And I think we should have him on a season-long loan so that we can get Ogbonna back and Zuma. So that's just, I wouldn't take Tarkowski because, yes, he's a bit of pill to swallow. And yes, I think it's money we don't need to spend. We've already just spent, the best part of 30 million on Kurt Zuma. Money well spent. Why do we need to top that up? Why don't we just loan someone for 5 or 8 million or something? And Frankie, exactly the point that I was going to make. Thank you for allowing me to put it up on screen as well, mate. Good point. Mings and Zuma would be a fierce duo, he says. Well, I think they would be a monster duo. And when we have the likes of Declan Rice, Thomas Soucek, Mings, Zuma, and Antonio in the box, on corners, set pieces, mate. I don't think anybody's getting any higher than any of them lot, are they? Let's be fair. Even Cristiano Ronaldo need a trampoline to get up as high as them lot. Let's be fair. And he can climb walls, that boy. Trust me. Gotta go. Cheers all. Catch you later. Shiny, thanks for joining us, mate. Take care. Nice to see you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you, buddy. But it is a business transaction to some players. I guess that's why if Lingard goes to Newcastle over us, then I think we will lose all respect for him. That's a bloody good shout. Bloody good shout. Yes, definitely. Here we go. He goes. He's back again.
Oh, back in. Look at this. Some beautiful, some locks of salmon with some red onion, some capers, some cream cheese on a little bagel. Beautiful, dog. How you mean Christmas things, dog?
Very nice. Salmon.
Very, very,
I don't eat
suave.
salmon. Yeah, I agree with what you say there. Shiny. Yeah. Roy Chappell's in the house. Good evening, Roy. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us. If we don't buy a centre back now, says Happy, we will need to next year. Dawson is no spring chicken and isn't first choice. And I can see Oggy playing. I can't see Oggy playing regular first team again. Unfortunately, there is a lot of value in that, Happy, and I agree with near enough everything you said there. I do think that Oggy will come back to first team football, but maybe not regular, as you suggest. It won't be regular. Dawson, no, he's no spring chicken, but he is. He's got a couple of years in him, okay?
And he has a new lease on life. So, he has a new lease of life on him since he joined West Ham, Budgie.
Yes. Yeah. And he's got a couple of years in him, I think. Maybe, one more year of regular first team and then a year of backup. First choice bench player. Right?
Makes sense. That makes sense.
But during that time, David Moyes or whoever, I'm not suggesting that David Moyes should or will be replaced. I'm not suggesting that. But I'm just saying that the manager, the head coach, will have the choice of bringing through the likes of Baptiste and Elise, and the likes of young Ashby and Longelo. These are prospects coming through in the next year or 18 months. Now, during that time, Dawson will be an invaluable tool to bring them boys through.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate.
I mean, you've got Oggy. Yes, he does speak very good English and he's a very good role model and he is interested in our youth. He is interested in our youth. Now, I have a funny feeling that if Oggy chooses to retire at West Ham, he will retire into a coaching role within the youth system somewhere. I have a strong belief. I have a strong belief that that's what Oggy will do. Now, Zuma is going to be our first choice centre back, alongside, I believe, Issa Diop. I believe that is going to be our first choice pairing within the next 6 to 8 months.
I see that.
And then, as I said, and Dawson will be a brilliant role model also, as well as Oggy, and we will be able to bring through the younger defenders. Now, you've also got to bear in mind that you've got Creswell and Soufal and Johnson, who come up through the ranks and has broken through into the first team and staked a claim on his place in that team. right? Who is also there to encourage and guide the younger lads from a perspective of a guy that's not much older than them himself, and possibly the same age as some of them. So there's a role model within their own age group. So these guys can break through within the next sort of 12 to 18 months in time for the likes of Ogbonna and Craig Dawson to retire. Now, in that time, we've got a very good pairing, I think, in Dawson and in Diop and Zuma. And as I said, with Oggy and Dawson as the senior backup crew. What better backup crew to a young defensive unit than Ogbonna and Dawson right now for the next 2 years?
Yeah, and then Zuma
for the
and
next
Diop.
2 years. This is a 5-year plan or something that Moyes set down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we've already had the first 18 months of that 5-year plan.
And
so we've got 3.5 years left. We've got 3.5 years left of that plan. That plan was to get us into Champions League proper.
Yeah.
I believe. That's what I think he said. To get us in there on merit, etc., etc. And for us to be getting there, by challenging for it regularly, right? Now that 5-year plan's 18 months into the making. So far, in the first 9 months of that plan being set in motion, we qualified for Europe in the Europa League.
Yeah.
We finished 5th in the league. Was it 5th? We finished. Was it 5th? We finished. No, 6th. 6th we finished, didn't we? Last season. It was 6th. Yes, it was 6th. So anyway, we qualified for Europa League, and we've blitzed it so far. Okay. Well, we had a hiccup on our last game, but we blooded a few youngsters. We didn't take it that seriously. We allowed them space. We let them come on to us. We did our usual thing. We sat back, let them come on to us, and we got punished. Right?
As we do. Yeah.
So you can say yes, that was bad show from us, but at the same time, it gave a lot of people a lot to look at and think about.
A lot to think about.
Which includes every member of David Moyes' staff, by the way. I mean, they're probably still viewing that footage today,
Yeah.
But so like we've got a very, very encouraging future coming up.
Yes, we do.
Very encouraging future coming up. Oh, hang on, I've missed something here about Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, I just went to like bottom ones just to keep it current, like because I know you can like go back to the other ones. That's the only reason I did that, dog.
Yeah.
There's a blizzard over here now. I'm not even playing with you. Blizzard weather. Anyway, come on. Okay, now.
Right. Okay. So I presume we're talking about Lingard here now, and Happy saying, "Look, isn't it his aim to get into the England squad before it's too late for him? He won't do that playing with the Magpies. The 100%. Only benefit I see him going to Newcastle is for the wages, and that will show 100%. What is important to him." Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that.
But I think we know Lingard. Lingard's in it for football. He ain't in it for the money. He showed that with us. He ain't in it for the money. So there's no way he's going to the Geordies. But he has to get out of Manchester United like abort mission, abort, abort, abort if he wants to get on that Gareth Southgate plane into the World Cup. 100% Hammy. Hammy. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you Hammy. Happy, happy Hammerette. You happy that you call yourself Happy Hammerette? You get Hammy. But no, I agree with you 100%. If there's any chance for him to get on that England plane with Southgate and company, West Ham is his only option.
Yep, exactly that. Exactly.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Three and a half years to sign 4 players. That doesn't excite me. Very funny.
Yeah.
Right? Just because I'm not feeling on top of the world, don't think you can pick on me.
Yeah. That was a dig. That was a dig. That was a dig
that
right
was.
there.
That was,
that
yeah.
Was a dig.
I can still
dig, you know.
Look, I can still feel it. Look.
I know you can. And that was an unnecessary dig at an unwell man. No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
Luke says that if he can score goals for Newcastle, then I can't see why he won't play for England, especially if he keeps them up. Money talks in life, and I am afraid, he says. And then, come on, we've got a game of tennis going on here, look. And Happy says, Southgate doesn't pick on form, Luke. We've seen that regardless of his mantra. Yeah, that is true. Sorry, chat, I'm coming across as so negative today. Actually, no, you've had some very valid points, Hammerette. Don't apologise for being. Don't apologise for being, honest with yourself, mate.
But Southgate picks on like tried and tested. You know what I mean? Southgate picks on tried and tested. You know.
Hold up. Hold up. Stop the press. Stop the press, Gary. Why are you picking on our spanner? Come on, Gary. Why are you picking on our spanner?
You can't do that. She might ban you, dog. Put you on the naughty step.
Naughty step. Yep, I know. Happy says, Hammy, I'm Antonio's. Yeah, you'd love to be stuck on the back of Antonio's legs, I suppose, wouldn't you?
With the Lanzini boat race, dog. With the Lanzini boat race. How do you mean?
Stop it. Let's not get personal.
Yeah.
Right. Luke says, I think Southgate has been a breath of fresh air in selections. No previous manager would have a Leeds and a West Ham centre midfield. Roy played Rooney and Rooney in centre midfield. Laugh out loud. Yeah, Ronnie. Hang on, I'm sure that means Rooney. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that means Rooney. Yeah.
Southgate has been a breath of fresh air. Honest, he has been.
Look. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of Gareth Southgate's tactical approach at times. Right, there have been some of his, I haven't agreed with some of his tactical approaches, but his team selection, like in the players that he selected, squad selection, yeah, it's been refreshing. It's been very, very refreshing at times. Here comes another smack in the eye for me. Look, hang on, look. No, I actually wouldn't, Budgie, you plonker. There wouldn't be much left of me attached to his monstrous size. Look.
No, Budgie, hold on a second. Budgie, hold on a second. Like, are you forgetting a World Cup like semi-final and like a Euro final? Like, this is England. We ain't been in them things some time. Who's got us there? Southgate and company. Like, show some respect, dog.
Yeah. But then why don't you get a man in? Just bear with me until I finish saying what I'm saying. Why don't you get a man in to come do training, play a couple of pre-season games, who has just lit up his career, scored 9 goals and 6 assists on a loan deal, and then go, nah, that's not what I'm looking for. you might as well go home, mate. Why would you do that? Why
I agree with that.
would you do that?
I agree
and then
with
go
that.
and take unproven, and all due respect to him, but Bukayo Saka. What?
But didn't that get us to the final? Didn't that get us to the final?
What, him? Do you think
the just everything in general. Wasn't that the Euros? Didn't we get to the final in that?
Yeah, but do you think
That's
that by making a better selection, in as much as taking Lingard,
agreed,
would have
so
got
it's
us
like it's tit for
the
tat.
final?
It's tit for tat.
Would have got us the final. Would have got us the win. You know, I think Lingard would have got us the win. I actually believe that if he'd have been there, he would have got us the win.
Agreed again.
I actually, like a little Jack in the Box. Oh, we have a. Oh, it's right. I'll do it. I'm here. Oh, what am I doing? Block user. There you go. There we go. Don't pick on Luke Budgie. He's hanging like a mother. Right. Okay, Spanneret. Sorry. I will bear that in mind. Thank you very much. I'm getting more smacks in the eye tonight than anything, am I? Luke says tactics and in-games management. Southgate is poor, but nice to see a load of new faces in the squad.
Agreed.
Was that not my comment also, but in different words?
It was. Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was. Yes, okay. It was. 100%.
So Spanneret, how am I picking on Luke? If I'm agreeing with what he's saying. Maybe a previous comment I made. Okay. Rice would have had to have been a Man United reserve to get picked 20 years ago. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. Okay. Right. Yep. I know what you mean. Yep. And Hammerette agrees with that as well.
She's just saying you didn't word it properly. That was it.
Yeah.
You said it. Just didn't word it properly. That's it.
Thank you. See, look, and either side of that comment in the commenting, I blocked people. So obviously, Hammerette's got the spanner out, thinking I'm going to knock him on the head with this in a minute. I'm just going to ban a couple of people.
No, I blocked the last person. It was like some stupid thing came up, and it's like they don't even make sense in what they're saying. So it's just like,
I blocked one a few seconds ago. Yeah, look.
Trust me.
Yeah,
trust me. We're blocking like wax on, wax off, wax off, straight up.
Right. Hammerette's asking a very valid question. So, Areola or Johnson next season?
Areola.
Yeah, my answer to it is a very, very uncomplicated.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix the thing, dog. Yeah. But people want to go fix things, dog. People want to go fix things. And you don't go about fixing things when it ain't broke, man. And Areola all day long.
Thank you. Happy. We appreciate it. We are going to attract a few more of them because we're online. You know, sometimes for like 6 hours and more.
I know. What's that all about?
We've been here for 2 hours already. 2 hours and 8 minutes.
All about?
But hey, listen, it is Christmas-ish. You know.
I know, but we just love talking West Ham.
What do we call this period of the
from the live chat, dog. We're people from the live chat that can do this or are able and lucky enough to do this. So this is why we go on for so long, because this is what we do regardless, every single day. You know what I mean? It's like you're just getting the most of it for the host of it, for the host of it. Cheers.
Yeah, Luke, I agree with you again, sir. So see, I'm not picking on you again, sir.
What's going on here? There's like some bromance going on between
he said, I like Areola, HH, but for 150k a week for a goalkeeper, it's a massive wage. And that's why Peach and I don't know if you actually caught it or not, Luke. I wasn't aware whether you were in the chat when we spoke about that. We both sort of said if the club could get the wage down to closer to 100, then we feel that he would be very much worth 100k a week.
Yeah.
Oh, Hammerhead's in the house, and he says we need a new manager.
What? Come again? What?
We need a new manager.
Oh no! Don't start going them ways yet, dog. No,
please.
please, no.
Listen,
Don't say anything.
We are challenging for top 6. We're not struggling in bottom 6. Wash your mouth out, Hammerhead, please. Not now. If we get relegated, I would entertain a comment like that. But at the moment, that's not necessary.
No,
it's not. Come on.
No, unnecessary. Unnecessary.
Hey, listen. Do you think Man City were calling for a new manager when we beat Man City in the Carabao after 4 years?
Simple as.
Mate.
See, saying it again. You're saying it again. Moyes needs to be replaced. And even Luke saying he has a ceiling. But come on, look where we are. I agree with Luke. Yeah, I agree. Moyes does have a ceiling. But there's just some changes that need to be made. Maybe like bring somebody new into the backroom staff or somebody like as
do you know what, Peach? What? Let me jump in on that very point. Do you know when I felt we were more adventurous, much more attractive to watch, and a lot more likely to win games on performances? Was when we had Alan Irvine next to him.
Big time. Even when Alan Irvine had to step in, do the manager Moyes
when we done Leicester away. Like,
no, keep Moyes at home. Keep Moyes at home. Like let Alan Irvine run
when he had COVID and we did Leicester away and that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man. Yeah, that's you know. Bring him back as assistant manager, please.
Yes.
Don't just man, really.
100%.
Happy would like to know what we both thought of Soufal's game yesterday.
Shit.
Yeah, well, average. And he doesn't have average games, Happy.
So average for him is shit, Budgie. Average for him is shit.
He always has good games or better. He always has a good game or better. He was average yesterday. I wouldn't say he was
average the game before that. And that was the game before that. It's like, no, you got Johnson, you got Fredericks. Use the man them. If they don't work out, use Ashby. Because Soufal, I don't know, there's a bee in his bonnet right now. And it's not, it's affecting the way he's playing. Honest.
Oh, here we go. Now I'm getting a punch in the other eye from Hammerhead.
Let's have it.
From Hammerhead this time. Right. So he says, leave Peach be, Clive. If he wants the 7-hour show, I'll happily watch Peach. He's a rambler. He is a rambler, and we wouldn't have him any other way. Hey, listen, man. I'm not, all I'm saying is that, sometimes I can't do this for 6 or 7 hours.
I know, but we waffle, rabbit, all West Ham.
Fortunately enough,
habit, straight up.
Fortunately enough, my son came in a few minutes ago, and he's got my nephew is staying with us for a few days.
Yeah,
and he's just come to me and said, "Oh, Dad, we're going over to Aiden's for the night." So I'm here on my own, man.
You got me, dog.
Be online as long as I want.
You got me, dog. You got me.
Man.
That's me. That might be the worst thing. That might be the worst thing. We might be here for 10 hours now, dog. Straight up.
You know. We may be eating breakfast before I go.
You get what I'm saying?
So Hammerhead, I do love doing this, but sometimes it's not always. Look, I am not a bully, man.
No, he's far from it. He's all talk on his behalf. He's far from it, dog.
He says Clive is a bully, but Budgie is a nice bloke, though.
Yeah, they're both lovely. They're both lovely. I'll take them any day of the week, dog. Straight up.
Oh, that's mean about Moisey, says Happy Amaret. He's fine. We are all having a major injury crisis, probably the most out of anyone in the league. It's got to be up there, isn't it? I suppose. Thinking about
Hey,
it.
Budgie, you
Yeah.
know what? And I'll tell you this. And this is this is not good. But that thought
Yeah.
ran
Well.
through my head, man. That thought ran through my head, man. Yesterday after we lost, I was like, is it time? Like, are we gonna hear like the snow bells ringing, like ring a ding dinging, like with like people saying Moyes out? Because that thought did go through my head. It stayed there for a second and then left, but like that thought did go through my head, and I was like, is it? Isn't it? No, yes, maybe so. No, yes, no. And yeah, I agree with what you're saying. We need somebody like Irvine at his right hand side. But that thought, just to let Hammerhead know that he wasn't the only one thinking that. That thought did go through my head. But I don't
Yeah.
think it's time yet. I don't think
I,
it's. I don't think it's fair.
and there is a lot of. I say a lot. Okay, I'll give you some credit for that train of thought.
Yeah,
Because we are beginning to see cracks in the porcelain.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but I think you've got to kind of rely on. Oh, 1 second. Let me just open the door for my daughter.
Yeah. So we got some more. We got some more in store because Budgie's daughter is in the place. She's at the front door. Knock. Ring a ding ding. Those thoughts came
Oh, I've
through
been
my
looking for
head, and I
something,
was like,
sweetheart.
about them thoughts. I can't sing.
Right.
Budgie's back. Budgie's
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Sorry. The point I was making was where was I? Where was I at? Sorry.
You hold on. We were talking about the thoughts of David Moyes being
David
replaced,
Moyes and
and
stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sorry. There is some kind of you know some substance in that, I suppose, because we are seeing cracks in the porcelain, as I said. But
yeah,
you got
that's what
to
you said.
kind of have faith in the strength of his plan. At the moment, he might not have the players that he believes are capable of
One hundred
bringing
percent.
to us what he
Yep.
wants to bring us. I think at
Yep.
this moment in time, he wants to prove that we can challenge for, you know, silverware. I mean,
Yep.
what if we just come out of the quarter final of the Carabao Cup? Yeah, we just lost
Yes.
the quarter final.
Yeah.
Sorry, Princess One. Um, yeah, let me show the people.
Everybody meet Ronnie.
This is Ronnie. Oh, come here, mate.
Yes.
Come here.
Go on.
Come here, Ronnie.
The
Here we
Cray
go.
twins
Look.
in full effect.
This is little Ronnie. It's my daughter's guinea pig. He's a sweet little fella, shy little boy.
Love
Yeah,
it.
she wants them out so that she can clean them. Hello, mate. You good little fella you are. This is the more tame one of the two. Yeah, but I think what we need to do is we need to have faith in what Moyes is trying to build. Now, players, I can't hold both of them. Um, the the faith in the players that he wants to bring in.
Mm-hmm.
He obviously he's got players here that he's brought in that he may have only brought in like with a short term prospect in mind.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Like Dawson as perfect example.
Yeah.
Short term prospect in mind. Like
See that's
we've
I
got
think
to
Januzaj would be dope. I think Januzaj would be like top profit like transfer signing like for January. I really
yeah.
do, man.
I think Januzaj is a definite must, and I think Lingard as well.
100%, man.
Yeah.
I want
Anyway,
both of them.
listen.
Yeah, I'll be greedy.
Can you just give me 5 minutes? I'm going to come out for 5 minutes and let me just
Not a
say
problem.
hello to my daughter and stuff.
Yeah,
then,
not a problem. What's your daughter's name again? What's your daughter's name?
Sean.
Sean. Big up, Sean. Trust me. Big up,
Hang
Sean.
on.
Trust
Let me take the ear. There you go.
There you go. He's getting unhooked. Look at the man now. Yes, big up, song. What did I say? Big up, man. What?
Yeah, budget. Yeah, this is budget. Remember?
Budget. I like that. Budget. Budgie and budget.
You
That's
said
class.
it.
Well, I'm saying it again. I'm saying it again. Then I forgot that I said it, but I'm saying it again. Budget. No.
Anyway, listen, I'm going to come out the feed for a few minutes. I'll talk to you in a minute,
Yeah.
guys.
Do your same thing. Do your same thing, man. All right. So that was like the 5 points on West Ham. Did we get to all of them? It was like one was Lingard. Yeah, we need Lingard. One was the we're gonna sell. That was the next one. The next one the next one was left back, which we got to. And I forgot to put I said Aki, and I agree with that. I do agree with that. And we went to the central too because we went to the center halves and that's Rico Henry. But like, yeah, at the left, maybe Zinchenko, but I don't know if he's available. And they both come from City, so like Rob Newman, pull your like City links all together. Like you're making like skipping rope, like you know how they do the skipping rope things in New York, in Brooklyn, where like Frankie and Charlie Boy are from, and they do them double Dutch things. You know what I mean? Like bring them both through, dog. Lingard and well, no, see now I'm jumping ahead of myself. Bring in the both of them, so Ake and Rico Henry, and bring in the both of them, Januzaj and Lingard. And then Jonathan David and Alvarez, I'm going for 6. That's madness. But West Ham are madness. So like, yo, let's go for them. Let's go for them, man. Like, if we can get those 6 players in, so it just went from like 0.5 to 0.6, but it's gonna go to 0.7 now. Because like, yo, I'm in a 7-point planet. Like, we get rid of players. Yeah, get rid of Yarmolenko, 100%. Yeah, get rid of Randolph, 100%. Um, shit. Fredericks, I think, could still do a job, and that's what we said. Matuaku, I think he could still do a job. That's what we said. If we want to be like, I don't know, a bit cheeky and cute about it, then like, yo, sell Vlasic while he's hot, but he's not hot. But like, sell him while his thing hasn't like, you know what I mean? Because he's like kind of like he's like a plane that was flying and kind of went down a bit, but he's kind of leveling off. So maybe like sell him while he's leveling off rather than like, you know, kamikazing them things, dog. So yeah, you could sell Vlasic, you could sell Ben Rama, maybe get like a cheeky something for them. Why not? Because you ain't gonna get a cheeky something for Yarmolenko and Matsuaku or Randolph. We're basically giving them away. And we're used to giving things away. Like, oh my days, Anderson, Haller, giveaway, Payet, giveaway. Like when West Ham have always been that club that like breeds the players, get the players to like this potential and like we sell them for cheap. And it's like, how are we gonna sell them for cheap when we brought them from here to there? Like you could go back in the days of like Lampard. You could go back in the days to like Ferdinand. I know Ferdinand got like good paid things at like Leeds and that, but like big up disabled team. But it's like we need to be doing this on a more what you call it, a more what the fuck am I trying to say? We could be doing this on a more occurring basis. Occurring, that's the word. I never used that word. That's why I was like occurring. That occurred today. I concur that occurred today. Should I say that 5 times? That I concur that occurred today. 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 But you get what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, man, like we're not that farm team no more. Where we like bring the players up from here to there and then sell them for like pittance. Like we have dope players, but that's not going to be my goal. Oh, we got like Trot and that Annie and Cat like in goal, and then we got Baptiste and Elise, Yellow and Ashby. Yo, we got like Forson and Chesters and like Perkins and them things there, and that other boy. I forget his name. I forget his name for the life of me, but he's up there too. What's his name? I forget it, so I'm not even gonna think about it. But it's like it's not about bringing these players up and then selling them on the cheap. It's about bringing these players up and then keeping them with us, straight up. And then just like deriving money from dead weight that we have. But the dead weight that we have is like they'll be like, we'll be paying them to take them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But we got to get into a position where we're not like having to sell our up and coming just to have, a few put in the kitty, man. No, thank you. No, thank you. So yeah, I think, and me and Karen always talk about this. I think the pieces, sorry, of the puzzles, or the pieces, yeah, the pieces of the puzzles. Because no, there's not two or three puzzles. So the pieces of the puzzle, they're in place. We just have to like go on and see what they can do. Hence Krasinski, hence Rob Newman, hence David Moyes. And Budgie made a good point. When Irvine was David Moyes' top boy, you know what I mean? What were we dealing with? Like, we were dealing with goodness. We were dealing with like two things that was getting done. But now it seems to be lost in the ghost, lost in the frickin' tossed, lost and frickin' tossed to where? Squash buckle watch. Like, yo, no thank you. No thank you, man. So it's off to what? It's not Norwich, man, is it? No, it's not. We're supposed to play Norwich and we didn't. It's off to Watford we go? Eh? No. Well, yeah, because this was like the three matches. I thought we were gonna get 9 points from, wasn't it? And we like failed at the first attempt. So that's shit. But we got like 6 points up in the mix because it's who is it? It's Watford and it's Crystal Palace. No, there's something else. No, 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 no. That was after Boxing Day, dog. No, it wasn't. That was Southampton. That was Southampton, wasn't it? That was Watford and Crystal Palace. That wasn't. So I'm not getting it twisted. So we have to get like 2 points at least and win against Leeds in the FA Cup. See, so oh my goodness gracious me. 9 points out of 6. I thought we would have had those 9 points, man. I would have been happy with like 7 points, but I thought we'd get the 9 for sure. I honestly really did thought we'd get the 9. Like Southampton, they either show up or they don't show up. And we didn't show up. And I'm not one to say this. I'm not one to say that your squad beat us because we played like shit. But it's like your squad did beat us because we played like shit. So, and I hate to say that because that sounds like an excuse. You know what I mean? Like your team beat ours because like you didn't play well. You know what I mean? Yeah, you did play well, but we played like shit. Like this is one time I can say that and feel comfortable about saying that. We played like shit yesterday. We weren't closing down. We were leaving too many gaps open. We were lying way too back. Like I understand, but you get Zuma and Obama up in the mix. We're not lying back as far as we were back. We're normally a bit on the front foot. You know what I mean? Like even when that Ward Prowse like free kick came in and homeboy got a glancing header on it. What was it like bottom right side? It's like you could see from when Ward Prowse kicked the ball, every West Ham player was putting like that Southampton team on side. Just saying. Just saying, man. Just saying, man. Honestly, like it's a feat that we're gonna have to take seriously with Watford and Crystal Palace, man. And Crystal Palace ain't no slouches. Vieira's starting to like get the best out of certain players. I think Zaha's shit. Well, no, I think he's a good player, but he looks like an alien and like he has a temperament, and I don't think he fits into like Crystal Palace. Maybe somebody like Arsenal or like Everton, he might do a job, but not Crystal Palace, dog. And not West. I don't want him at West Ham. He'd be too much. If we could get him on the cheap, yeah, maybe. But No, I still don't. There's something about him I don't like. I don't like him. I don't like the whatchamacallit, Abrahams. I don't know. I just don't like them. Not as people. As people, they're probably brilliant people. But like as players, no, thank you, not for me. They're not in my window, dog. But who am I? You know what I mean? Who am I? I'm an MC. But it's like, yeah, who am I? Like, not to, call judgment on them as players, but I am. Because I don't care. I am. We all can. So why not do it? Why not run it? Um, like, yo, Crystal Palace won't be easy. Watford won't be easy, man. They got that Sar kid. Sar's looking dangerous. Dangerous. And they got that next dude that, like, he's up front. I forget the name for the life of me. I forget his name for the life of me, but homeboy looks dope up front, man. So they got players up front. They got players in the middle. And Sar's like basically a defensive midfielder that puts himself about like up front, trying to be Declan and shit, man. But it's like, yo, he's tidy, man. He can put it down, man. Honestly, like he can put it down. The FA Cup match is big to us because we're still in the whatchamacallit, Europa, which is league more so than cup. We're still in the FA Cup because we ain't played yet. And we're still like fifth in the league. So we got like Champions League that is attainable. We have FA Cup, which is attainable. And we have the Europa League, which is attainable. It all boils down to this transfer window in January. It really does. It really does. I don't know. Yo, tell me what players you'd sell. Because, like, we need to derive money from the players that we sell to get anybody in to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Because I know we got money. Mr. 27% share, buy, bot, take that. Like, Christensen, like, yeah, he got money in his pocket, dog. I don't care what nobody says. Newman wouldn't have come here if he knew there was no money in January. That's just like, why am I going to go there? You know what I mean? So there's money. There's money to be had, but let's get more money. You know what I mean? Let's like let's get more money, man. Sell some of these players, get some money in, or maybe look at the long term, like how Budgie and myself were discussing before. Put these players out on loan, let them have a brilliant like second half of the season. Their prices goes from here to there, and then we get twice times what we would have sold for them in January. But that's only if money's in place for us to make some moves. You know what I mean? I just seen Wally in the building. Hold on. See, I've not been paying attention to any of the comments. Smack me silly and call me a dickhead. Straight up. Yeah, Gary, big dogs in Antonio. Word up. What, you'd sell big dogs in Antonio? Hold up. We might not get to the FA Cup game. Premier League record, 103 new COVID cases. Oh, wow. Yo, Peach is so funny. No, I'm cute. I'm not so funny. I'm cute. What are you talking about? I'm cheeky. I'm cheeky cute, dog. How you mean? Cheeky Peach / cute on the streets, dog. Well, you wouldn't say that on the streets, though, would you? Like, that's Cheeky Peachy. He's cute. That does not sound right. That does not sound right. But like, yo, Cheeky Peachy. Cheeky Peachy C. So nobody would know what the C meant. That's what it is. Nobody would know what the C meant. Pete, Cheeky Peachy C. They'd be like, what? Who's Cheeky Peachy C? That sounds like some gangster thing still. But it's like Cheeky Peachy Q. But yeah, they wouldn't know that. They'd just be like Cheeky Peaky, Cheeky Peaky. Now I'm like Peaky Blinders and thing. I'm rolling in Birmingham, dog. Birmingham. But it's like, yeah, Cheeky. What is it? Cheeky Peachy Big C. No, not big. Because that now you're getting back to the cute thing. So it's, yeah, just Cheeky Peachy C. Don't know. Or cheeky PC. That sounds like, is it like cheeky PC, like cheeky politically correct, or like cheeky peachy cute? You know what it is. I know what it is. But yo, the rest of the world don't know what it is. So just like cheeky PC. And I can rhyme with that too. Like cheeky PC on some 1, 2, 3s. Trust me, I got you. Real talk, man. What's Happy Camera saying, Gaza, who is going to get the 2 goals in your opinion? I would say if we're talking West Ham, I would say Lanzini. And I'm not just saying that to like big up Happy, because Lanzini's do the goal and a worldie at that. I'd say Lanzini and Big Craig Dawson. There you go. We might not. Yeah. Trust me. I know that's crazy. Big Dawson, Antonio. Oh, for the goals. I got you. 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 I get you. I get you. I got you. Word up. So we agree with what is it, Dawson, and then Lanzini. I'm saying you're saying Antonio. Antonio was the first one that came to my mind, though. Real talk. But yeah, let's say we win 3 then, right? So you got Lanzini, you got Antonio, and you got Big Craig Dawson. End of story. Done. It's awful bright now. I contracted it at home from my daughter between lunchtime, Christmas days, and this morning. And I'm already contagious with. Yeah, I know. Happy, be good, girl, be good. Yo, we all love Happy. That would be good to see, Gary. Yes, it would. I'd love to see a Vlasic goal. Me too. But like, yo, I think if Vlasic scores, the floodgates will open, and I think you'll see 1, 2, maybe 3. If Vlasic I think the floodgates will open if Vlasic scores, man. I'm just saying, like I know Daya and Fat Boy and like, yo, West Ham Online, they like to knock the man. Not so much West Ham Online, but like Daya and Fat Boy, they like to knock the man. And I can understand them knocking him because he ain't done shit. So I can understand that. But I'm just like holding on to hope, dog. Holding on to hope. Like, yo, you just got kicked out of like a 15, 16-story tower. And it's like you're grabbing at the windows, holding on. And like somebody like stomped on your right hand. So now you're only holding on to the top of the ledge with your left hand. And it's like, I can keep holding. That's how I'm holding on to with Vlasic, straight up. And it might come through. Wally World is saying, hey, Peach, out for a hike. And it's snowing. It's blizzarding here, dog. Blizzarding? If it's not a word, I just made it up. It is blizzarding here, dog. Real talk. Blizzarding. Like, it is coming down. Snow, wind. It just started off like freakishly warm, like calm before the storm type things. And like, that was it, with a bit of wind. And then the wind got a bit like picked up a bit and then picked up a bit more. And then it felt like you were in a tumble dry. You know what I mean? And then the snow started coming down like lightly, and then bosh. So yeah, now we got the snow, we got the tumble dry wind, and now we got the cold. Yeah, not good. Not good. So I'm feeling you, Wally, 100%. And we live like what? Wally lives like, what, like 3 to 5 hours away from where I'm at? So he knows what I'm talking about, dog. Real talk. Lukey boy is in the building. I want to be positive about Vlasic, me too, but he isn't making it easy. I know. Luke Legend is bigging up Walito. So is Happy Hammerhead, but Happy Hammerhead's calling Wally Walter. No, it's either Wally or Fletch, doc. It's not Walter. Walter, ew. That's like Walter Cronkite or like Walter. Hello, Walter. That sounds like an old boy's name. Like Wally's young, dog. He's a young soul, dog. Like, yo, he's not Walter. He's Wally / World, aka Fletch, because that's the same man that played John Griswold in the Wally World thing. He played Fletch. If you ain't seen those movies, see those movies. Yeah, National Lampoons and Fletch. And it's the same guy that played both of those things. So that's Wally, not Walter. Walter. Ooh. Straight up. Happy and Luke. Yes, Wally's bigging him up. Wally. See, I said Wally, not Walter. Go on. Peach, big up yourself. Apparently, Benny isn't going to AFCON until after our Saturday game at Palace. He shouldn't be going anyway. Cheeky Peachy, see. Yes, see, she's feeling me. Cheeky personal computer. Yeah, or cheeky. That's like CCC, though, isn't it? Cheeky. Peachy. C, no, it has to be P, though. So it's like cheeky PC. Cheeky pie crumble Cheeky, what? What else could we rock, dog? Cheeky pie crumble. Cheeky, oh, cheeky pumpkin crisp. Cheeky what? Cheeky Pepsi Coke. Cheeky fat, because you could spell fat with a P, PHAT. So cheeky fat coma. I don't know why that came up in my head, but it was like cheeky fat coma. Cheeky fat chickens, or cheeky fat crepes. Cheeky fat crepes. I like that. Cheeky fat crepes. Anyways, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna digress. 1-0 to us and goal for Bowen. I'd love to see Bowen score straight up. I'm the same as you, Peach, clinging on to the hope the glasses will come good, as we're all. It's madness. I know. It's heart-wrenching, dog. It's heart-wrenching. It's like, we've already seen this with Tevez. But seeing what happened with Tevez? Not too unfamiliar. You've seen what happened with Tevez, dog. And with Tevez, he was like off and on from like August to like December. Just saying. What month are we in last of now? December. Then like January through May, he was like posh, 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 posh. He might turn into a Tevez. Straight up. I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. I would give up my left nut to see that, doc. Real things. I ain't playing with you. If Vlasic did the Tevez, that's the new call. That's the new call. You heard it here first. Vlasic to do a Tevez. 100 and a million%, dog. I ain't playing with you. I'm back and had to run to the bodega. Run, Force, run. That reminds me of the Run DMC shit, though. Oh, no. Who did that tune? Run. It was Outkast, wasn't it? Run. It was like, you had Run DMC, but that Outkast did the tune as well, man. Oh, what was that? It's in my head, man. No, was it Outkast? No, it was Far Side. That's who it was. It was Far Side. Far Side. Who was it? A Plus and Fat Lip and all them youths, man. Trust me. Far Side. Run. That was it. I got you, dog. Walter Payton. Bad man. But we can't call Wally Walter though, dog. We cannot do that. He's Wally. You know what I mean? Like, we can't call him Walter. It's like he reminds me of the father on, or he doesn't, but the name reminds me of the father on Happy Days. So I don't see Wally as like the father on Happy Days, dog. I see him as like the Griswold, John Griswold, dog. You know what I mean? Like real things, aka Fletch. How do you mean? I'm just pouring a Bailey's. I'm jealous. I love a Bailey's, you know. I love it. I got some Baileys too, dog. I like Baileys with milk and chocolate milk with a cheeky marshmallow on top, dog. Straight up, if you ain't tried that, try that. It's dope, man. It's dope. I'm not playing with you, man. It was like, yo, I could go on with the story, but I won't because that'll be like another 5 minutes. But it's like, yo, I'll show you. This gal showed me the flex about the marshmallow on top with the Baileys, the milk, and the chocolate milk, just like kind of like properly divided. So you see a split from like the alcohol to like the chocolate milk to like the milk, or it's the other way around, milk to chocolate milk, and then the marshmallow on top. And then see, this will get Wally World's thing going now, because then it was just like a sprinkle. It's almost like a s'mores, but it was like a sprinkle of a drizzle. It was a drizzle of like Hershey chocolate syrup, like chocolate milk syrup. Yeah, that was the flex. You know what? And I didn't, but you could add like a graham cracker in there, and there's your s'mores right there. Real talk, like Bailey s'mores. Real talk. That might look good. That might look. You could have the s'mores like graham cracker or whatever it is on the side. So it's like you could just like dunk it, you know what I mean? Dip it like to your liking. That might be dope. I might try that still, you know. Yeah, I might try that today still. All right, Gary J saying sweetness. Happy Hammerhead saying apologies, Wally bees, in them trees. Renary has said Watford haven't trained together for 2 weeks. Good. Who's saying that? Luke Legend. I love that, Luke. Good. Hopefully they don't train for 3 and we like, take them out like it's nothing. Hold on, I'm just trying to go. Oh, see, I lost myself. Hold on 1 second. Hold up. Oh, there it is. Renary has said Watford. Good. I got myself back in track. Could work in our favor, 100%. Wally World saying, happy, no worries. I love all my names. See, Wally's a Don. Okay, Walt. She had to come with that, didn't she? She had to come with that. It's like I'm sticking up for the man, saying don't call him Walter. And then she'll come back and be like, oh, okay. What? She'll be like, oh, okay, Walcon. But no, she doesn't come with Walcon. She comes with like Waltz. Oh, it's okay, Waltar. No. Oh, Walter's kind of like Waltar. But yeah, I didn't mean to like go on the same names. But like Walt, like Wally, 2 different things. Wally is dope. Walt is probably his real name, but we know him as Wally, dog. So like, yo, it could be like Wally or like Wojciech. I went to school with this cat named Wojciech, dog. And trust me, he was like, well, you can already probably guess what nationality he was, like Wojciech. But it's like, yeah, we don't know Wally is Wojciech. We know Wally is like Wally, dog. Straight up. I ain't playing. So, okay, Walt. Yeah, just saying. Wally World's loving it. Cheeky plump chicken. There you go. I'm a cheeky plump chicken. Cheeky plump chicken. Cheeky plump chicken. Got my bitch in the kitchen. Cheeky plump chicken. Cheeky plump chicken. Cheeky plump chicken. Got my bitch cooking in the chicken. No, got my bitch cooking in the kitchen. She's cooking chicken. She's cooking ham. She's cooking. She's cooking what, dog? She's cooking parsnips. She's cooking jam. She's cooking Brussels sprouts. She's cooking yams. She's cooking sweet potatoes. She's not cooking West Ham. Trust me. All right, let's go on. No, I got to use this hand so you don't see my hand. Tevez, a.k.a. the Rhino. Tevez, love seeing him play at the Bolin. Yeah, that free kick, though, wasn't it? What's Bodega? Bodega's like new shop, corner shop, variety shop, straight up. But they got more options there, dog. Like you can, it's like slash off license, slash like variety shop, slash like betting shop, slash like get a submarine shop, slash like fried chicken shop, slash like, you could get a hot dog there shop, slash like, the boy that works at the bodega, you could get some underground things at the bodega. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Bodega's a bodega dog. Trust me. I'm just saying. Run to you, Brian Adams, Wicked Tune, Mr. Canuck. You don't know. What? Pat Ma. See, I can't say the last name, dog. Pat Mon. It's Mon, isn't it? Mahan. Mahan is like a Western way of saying that thing. Mon. Pat Mon, like your man. Like your man. Like, yo, I don't know how Glenn Torrin got on this week, but your mom knows. You know what I mean? Just saying. Maybe Strabies. He's saying, what's word up? Born to Brian Bruce Springsteen, wicked tune, man. The Fireside Run, that's what I'm talking about. See, Frankie knows my steez. Trust me. That was the tune. And remember the other tune? What was it? That was Drop. Drop, and they did like the whole movie like backwards, where they were like doing an Antonio, dog. They recorded they recorded it frontwards, but then they put it on reverse, like the whole music video. It was dope. Check that out if y'all ain't checked it out already. Straight up. And they had like a Beastie Boy sample. It was like, let's drop. Yeah, that was dope. Hi, Dusky. Hold on. Hi, Dusky. Hold up. Wally is a top lad, but he is no Tom Bosley. Rock it on the mic. We got the microphone to rock beat. That's kind of stupid. Darcy, Lassie, Fossey. We rock on the microphone real. We don't rock on the mic like no Fossey. Trust me, watch me. I'm confused with what is a bodega run? Yo, show her the flex. Show her the flex, Frankie. I tried to explain to the people. They don't get it. They don't know. Wally World Luke, yes, sir. Pat Mahan, your man. Pat Mahan, your man. Your man is Pat Mahan. Straight up. Like a Wawa. Yo, trust me. Bodega is the corner store, aka neighborhood, aka cigarettes, aka beer shop, all of that. And you might get some cheeky things in the backhand. You know what I mean? A backhander type thing. That you need two things. Go to your bodega man. You know your bodega man by like proper name things. Like you go in there and you're like, yo, you go in there and you're like, yo, cheeky PC. Like you know it by like cheeky PC. You go in there and you're like, yo, cheeky PC. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I want. And then like, yo, what do you want? Just say two things. Bing bang bosh. Backhanded things. Trust me. Trust me. Bodegas are more than bodega. You know what? Frankie said that with neighborhood. Just with neighborhood. Frankie said that with neighborhood, because that's what neighborhood's all about, man. Looking after one another and like hooking each other up, straight up, man. 100% with that, man. Happy Hammerette, she's like, oh, now I get it. Yeah, she be at the bodega every day, Frankie. Trust me. Frankie, is bodega used outside? Is bodega used outside of NYC? I don't think so. I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I honestly don't think so. But if I'm wrong, prove me wrong. Pat Mahan, your man, is saying it is Spanish. I would imagine it is used outside of New York. Yeah, maybe in somebody like I was talking about the States. So it's like I was talking about the United States of America. Is it used in any other states? I don't think so, besides New York. But it might be used in like, where you saying something like Spain or some shit like that. It might be 100%. Happy Hammer. What difference would you like to see on the pitch tomorrow that could be the spark we need? Interesting. Ashby to start over Sufal. Langelo to start before Matsuaku. Honest, I know it's youngsters, but I don't give two shits, man. So I'd have Langelo, Diop, Dawson, Ashby, Suchek. Well, Suchek, no, Rice can't play, so Suchek, this might be good. Suchek and Crawl. You might see like the boys there, the Czech Republic connection, dog, and then have the two youngsters outside. So that might be good because I'm sure that Crawl's been training with Ashby and Langelo. So you might have that understanding. You know what I mean? Rather than putting like Sufala Matsuaku, just saying. There's the dynamic. There's a science to what I'm thinking, dog. So it's like you could have Suchek and you could have Crawl. Then you could have Bryce. You could have Rice on the bench, but you could have Ashby and Langelo or Langelo Ashby on the sides. Go with the pairing of Diop and Dawson up front. I would put Lanzini, Ben Rama, Bowen, and your boy. Vlasic up front, man. Give him another go. Man. Like, Antonio's better as it impacts up. You saw that the other day. He comes on 3 minutes after he comes on, scores a goal, bing, bang, bosh. That's what I'm saying. That's what you're going to get from Antonio each and every time. He is guaranteed a goal if he comes on his impact sub. Hands down, argue with me, spar argue with me. I know it. Anton comes on his impact sub. He's scoring every time. Word up. All right, let's go. So that is the spark right there. Frankie saying, yes, it's used in Philly. Oh, word up. Did not know that. New Jersey, I know for sure. It's a Spanish term, 100%. Big up, Frankie boy. Epic Hashtime's laughing his ass off, probably at me. Wally World, I live in the suburbs, so we just drive over to the Wawa, the Wawa, the Wawa, the wee wee, the wee wee, the Wawa, the Wawa Wawa wee wee, Wawa Wawa woo woo. Guys and Jay saying everyone is injured. Done no. Vlasic to start. Let attacking Lanzini and mid. Word up. I was saying it's basically the same thing, dog. Vlasic starting for me with Bowen up front. Antonio as an impact sub and Perkins on for Benny and Fornals for the last 20 minutes. I agree because Fornals is kind of like our fit, faster Mark Noble mentally. You know what I mean? He can close the game down. He can make advantages of players off the ball in the other team's final third. 100%. I agree with that. Was that Happy? See, Happy knows her shit, dog. I ain't even playing with you. Gaza J, not a bad shout. Maybe play Langello for sure. Because Langello and Ashby have been training with Crawl. So you got Crawl besides Suchek, because it's going to have to be that. Yo, you got man who are already used to, like, you know, where they're going to be on the pitch. Like, they're training with one another, like, week in, week out, man. It's a no-brainer, dog. It's a no-brainer. If Cressy is available, I'd still rest him. Honestly, if he's available, wicked. Don't get me wrong. That's dope. That's amazing. Cresswell is well missed. Word up. But I would not. I'd rather put Langello on instead of Cresswell, right? And then let's say we go one down. And, you know, we're fighting back in it. Let's say we go 1-1. Good. Then let's say like second half comes, or Moyes sees something that might benefit Cresswell coming on instead of Langello being there because of something he's seen happening in the first half. Bang, gonna put on Cresswell. Impacts up things, dog. Like Happy went on earlier about how she does not like how Moyes beds the new players into our squad and it takes so much time. I agree with that. I'm not a fan of that either, but he does that for a reason. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe like, yo, do that with injured players as well. Like your Cresswells coming back from injury, have them like buy them their time a bit. So when they do come back, they're fully fit. Straight up, man. Hold on. Langello, yeah, good shout, Gary. Done no. Frankie boy, if there isn't a cat inside it, if there isn't a cat inside, it ain't a bodega. Real talk. Now that's like local things, dog. You'll only hear that from like a Brooklyn man and them there still. I ain't playing with you, man. Because sometimes you don't see the cat. Straight up. I've been into bodegas before. Sometimes you see the cat, sometimes you don't. But the cat is there, dog. The cat is there. Wally World is laughing at Frankie. Not laughing at, but laughing with Frankie. Because Wally knows, dog. Wally knows. Or they seen a movie where it's like, yo, what's that cat doing in the corner shop? That's the cat in the bodega, dog. How do you mean? Watford are gonna fancy the chances given our recent form and lack of Bryce. Yeah, who gets captain's arm back? Presuming Cressy isn't playing, Fabianski. Done. Didn't have to even think. Take a breath. Skip a beat. Fabianski. Done deal. How you mean, man? It's in the stars, man. Lanzini for me, of course it would be Lanzini for you, because you want like Lanzini for like breakfast, brunch, lunch, tea, dinner, all them things, dog. How you mean, man? Straight up. Good question. Watford is 17th, while Palace are 12th. So yeah, I'd rather Cressy wait until Palace if he's back 100%. With the smashed vertebrae, hold up. Though I can't see him back for a while. Word up. I agree with that, man. Gary J saying Captain Dawson. Listen, I know where you're coming with that, right? I know where you're coming with that, and I agree with that. I was actually going to go against that just now and say, like, it has to be Fabianski. But you know what? After saying that I do agree with that, I see where you're coming from with that. So I can't disagree with that. It would either have to be one of the two, man. Or Suchek. Those are the three that would be in contention. Man. Honestly. Like, you could even go as far to say Lanzini if he starts. Really. Because he's like, he has a seniority. He's one of our best players. You could. But I think it's going to be out of Suchek I think it's going to be out of Fabianski, and I think it is going to be out of Dawson. Yeah, that's a good shout. That's a good shout. That's a very, very, very good shout, to tell you the truth, man. Happy Hammerette is laughing at me, obviously, because she always laughs to laugh at her. She always likes to have a laugh at cheeky. What she call me? Cheeky plump chicken. There you go, cheeky plump chicken. That's my name for today. Cheeky plump chicken. Don't know. Good shout, guys. Yet Faz had it before. Don't know. That's what I'm saying. But I can see Dawson getting it still. Dawson isn't afraid to kick a dude in the face. I respect that in a captain. I respect that in a man. Trust me. You ain't afraid to kick a man in the face? Yo, you got my respect, dog. Straight up. Big Doss is very commanding. Yes, he is. Pete, get the climate controls to send your blizzard down here. I want some real snow, not this flurries crap we have right now. You don't want these ones though, because these are like big snowflakes, like big, rotten big snowflakes, dog. They're big rotten snowflakes, man. You don't want these, dog. And it's so windy. It's like crazy windy. It's too windy. More so windy than I want to be windy. So like, I'd be happy to send it your way, but you wouldn't like it, man. You wouldn't like it. Listen, 3 hours. What? That's how we roll. That's how we do. 3 is my favorite number. If I can end it off at 3:33, I will be the bomb. 3, 1, 2. Let's try it.